Hey, welcome to Immersion RPG on the Chaotic Knight Network. Tonight we are playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition. This is our 13th episode. And I'm going to start with a quick recap, because if you're new coming in, this game started off with our heroes waking up with very few memories in a crater on a small island. As they explored their surroundings, they discovered that the world was vastly different than the bits they remembered. They did share a flashback of confronting a gold dragon named Fire's Wrath, who, in the confrontation, the sixth person in their party, Harlan, the tiefling wizard, was slain, but slew the dragon in return. But then it rose as a Dracolich and breathed negative energy, and you woke up with your memory scrambled. As they explored the world, they've discovered that roughly 100 years have gone by, and they've been basically asleep for it. And that the gods of the world have stopped answering prayers. They find remnants of civilization, cities that they once knew. They rally some of the people there, lead them back to an area called the Lighthouse, a magical artifact that they had once created and now restored, and then defeated the dragon overlord, the Black Dragon, Venenum Cormium, and basically liberated the region for now of Fire Wrath's lieutenant and forces. They struck a deal with a dragonborn named Tiamat, and shortly afterwards learned that the reason that the gods haven't probably been answering prayers is that they are here wandering the earth under the guise of 5 adventurers with amnesia. The truth is revealed that they are in fact the missing gods, and their names have been revealed to them. And so we're going to go around the table really quick and give out your new name and who you are, basically, like race, class, any details you want to share. And we'll start with the Nactimir.
I am Corellin, right? That's my character. Corellin. Okay. I am the god of the elves.
Home run solo.
And you are a wizard?
I am a wizard that uses a sword and usually has a conjured elemental with myself, as my memory serves. So we're going to look at that.
And you are, what kind of wizard now, since your rebirth as the memories flowing back in?
I probably will be
decisive.
Not decisive. The story leads into multiple avenues. There's just 2, but I don't know which one will play better, so we'll come back.
You decide at some point in the next few minutes.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Cool.
Sure.
I am Bahamut, the Platinum Dragon, but I'm actually Gold Dragon in this life, and that's okay, because Gold and Platinum are both very precious, just like me.
You are precious.
Thank you.
Still a pacifist?
Oh yeah, somewhat. Yeah.
He's a precious now.
Yeah. But I'm a paladin of peace mostly, which means I believe that everybody has second chances. Even Palor has second chances. But yeah, I'm paladin, so I believe that everybody should have second chances, and I want people to be able to fight for themselves and defend themselves and really be the best people that they can be. Awesome. Just a quick shout out. I want to thank my daughter Freya for doing my hair, making me look like a dragon, and then my son Raceland for doing my beard. So he didn't do much, but that's cool. I didn't want him to cast Burning Hands or anything, so.
Since his name's Raceland, would you rather go by Paladine instead of Bahamut?
Ooh,
Different world.
Dang it.
No. Sad. That means I can't go by Rourke, so. Okay. So I am playing Moradin, the 5th level fighter god. I wield Soul Hammer, a +1 warhammer. It's such an artifact.
Yes.
Yeah. All about stoicism, dwarves defending their worlds, their clans and everything, and not fighting with each other. They haven't ran into any orcs yet, so that'll be interesting when we do. Because Morden's very anti-orc. Yeah, I think that's about it for now. Got some
Alright.
stuff planned.
I play Dava, and I know my name changed, but I play Dava. The new name that I have is Avandria, but I'm gonna stick with Dava because it's ingrained in my existence now forever. And I am the god of luck. I like people to be free and make their own choices, as long as they're not harming others. And when they do, I have to be serious. But for the most part, I just do my own thing. And that's pretty much how I roll.
All right.
I am Paylor, the Shining One, a cleric / fighter, here to destroy the undead and bring humanity to a brighter future.
Awesome. Now, did I award XP at the end of last session?
I
Indeed.
believe yes.
Thought I did. Okay,
I mean, nope.
Had your chance. Nice try.
Some of us have more integrity than others.
All right, so where we left off, our group was in a ancient temple that was serving as the lair for the dragon. There was a bunch of silver coins all over the floor, and you had reconstructed these marble thrones using your magic and just putting them back together and mending them back in place. And then when you sat on the thrones, you felt like basically your spirits lift above your bodies and you saw the world from above. But the world is a shattered, broken place compared to what it was. Far to the north, where the main continent was, there's a great darkness blocking your vision and your sight there. And you could kind of feel the burning presence of Fire's Wrath there. And when you came back to your bodies is when Sehanine, your daughter, was there, and she lifted the veil from your eyes and revealed the truth of who you were. And so that is where we are still. We are at that moment where you're sitting on the thrones, and she is on the last throne, the sixth throne, in her kind of incorporeal form. So she's like a green mist version of herself that you can kind of see through. And yeah, she had just revealed your names, and we had called it a cut there, so we will pick up exactly at that moment. So she is continuing speaking, looking at all of you, and just with great gravity, it's just like, the world right now needs hope. It needs leadership more than it's ever needed before. What it needs is it needs heroes. It needs you to be who you were. And I know that your divinity was stolen. Fire's Wrath took it in the moment of your defeat. But he has not consumed it to become a god yet. And I don't know what holds him back. Where you are now used to be one of the greatest cities on the southern island, and the nation of humanity that was there has been shattered and scattered among the isles. And what has stopped them from coming together are the undead threat. The ghouls that lurk in the depths and all the unquiet dead from the cataclysmic events have stopped them. That in fact they've degraded to tribal levels for the most part. Some still keep with what they were, but if you could end the undead threat, then it would be much easier to unify them.
Nothing would please me more, but how can we do this?
The undead were unable to roam before this dark pall covered the land. And part of that is that even in the night, the moon would shine the reflection of the sun and keep them at bay to some extent. If you could restore the power of the moon, then it would be a serious blow.
super easy. Just gonna put that piece back and glue it.
It won't be easy, but I think you can do it.
It sounds like a job for work.
How do we do it? The moon is your domain.
You have to free me.
I see. Where are you?
I've been able to discern that finally. Fire's Wrath is no stranger to irony, and he has imprisoned me on the moon. And as she says that, like, you kind of remember, like, the moon is not like our modern Earth moon. It was once like a verdant forest, from pole to pole. And it was her domain, it was her hunting ground. And yeah, that's those are the images you have of like going through these wild trails, chasing deer and hunting there and enjoying the sport.
How do we get to the moon?
Do we teleport there?
Yes. There was a temple dedicated to me that was on the mainland here, but it is below the waves now. But I do believe the means to cross the distance is there still. I'll warn you though, the prison he's put me in here is near the edge of the destruction. You'll have to find it. And the paradise it once was has been greatly diminished. There's much desolation here now, and he has fortified my prison. He anticipates exactly this.
If he anticipates it, why is he not there?
I'm sure once word gets back of what you have done, he may come or send at least emissaries to where you are now.
Then we will have to move quickly.
The place where the temple lies under the waves, to help you find it at night, the reflection of the moon on the water is always full, regardless of what phase the moon is in. Other than that, I just know that it lies to the southwest of where you are right now.
We should go back to the village and get the people, bring them over to the mainland, and then they can help us search.
You'll have to go by boat. I said that it's underwater.
We have boats. We have people now. We can divide and conquer.
Can we use the map in the floor to find it?
She looks at it and it's somewhere, and she can't get off the throne.
Right.
She's like, it's somewhere over there. Kind of points.
All right.
My time here is growing short. Is there anything else you wish to ask of me?
I look just super intensely at Mark.
No, I think we need to go. If we have a general direction, we probably don't need to involve other people.
I don't believe so either, yes.
I think we can find it.
I mean, we should at least go get more than one boat
For what?
to search. Typically, searching happens better with multiple people in different areas.
We have a general vicinity of where we need to be.
The vicinity she showed you, though, is probably like 100 square miles.
Oh, so you want us to bring people?
Well, I mean, I'm just thinking that would make the searching part easier.
The islands that possess the humans that are in the tribal state is also to the southwest.
That's true. We could search in that vicinity and hopefully find the tribe of humans. We also need to bring the people from the lighthouse, or at least a group of them, show them where the resources are here so they can sustain themselves.
Keep in mind this place lights up at night too, so no one dead here either.
Right.
We bring the people here.
I mean, if we leave them at the lighthouse, some of them will perish based on starvation alone.
I cannot think of any questions.
Nope, there's just a lot to do.
I know it's a huge burden that's been placed on all of you.
It's no burden. It's just the next step of our fate, of our task. That is all.
Alright, we got some people to feed.
Do you know if Curseborn is alive?
Harlan? I don't believe so. You were the last ones to see him.
I have this certain fear he's Asmodeus. There to make a deal with us all.
All right. Let's go.
Shocked at the amount of distrust my party has for me as GM.
By shocked, he means not at all surprised. In fact, if anything, it's the other way around. He's kind of shocked we don't have more distrust.
I'd just like to say you reap what you sow.
Are you going to roll some ones?
Yeah, I did actually.
What's your favorite game system again?
What's that?
We're playing D&D today, so we're not going to talk about it.
So I pop off my turn because I'm sure she's done.
Okay. So you jump off, yeah, and she disappears, just kind of dissipates into the wind.
I got things to do. And I head back down towards the boat. And
It's a long walk.
Yeah.
So while you're doing that, what are the rest of you doing?
Well,
So
I'm
they're
just
like,
going to note that as soon as I jump off the throne, I go to the boats, all the way down.
Okay. So Avandra jumps off her throne
Dava.
and heads out the temple
Avandra.
doors and down the well-lit street.
Yep. Singing about boats.
bye.
Yeah, I follow her.
Okay.
We got
Are you
things to
going
do.
to strangle her because you didn't get to say bye to your daughter?
No, she just popped off. That's okay.
Can't expect much.
We're
more, I
about to go
suppose.
see her right now.
I'm just trying to expedite the scene.
I do have two questions. The extent of our memories, how much?
Bits and pieces.
So-
You remember wielding the power of a god and having followers and
Like Fire's Wrath. I mean, do we remember much about him? Because it sounded like we worked with him at the lighthouse.
yeah, like you remember Fire's Wrath up until the war being an ally, and then when the war happened between the two empires, as the gods, you guys had a council and decided to step back and let the mortals deal with the war, and it was only until when they started dabbling into like forbidden powers, changing humans into tieflings or into dragonborn, that the gods decided to step in, and it was because of Harlan beseeching you, like, you need to do something. The world's going to be destroyed if you don't intervene, that you stepped in.
Was he wasn't like one of his 7 canaries or something, was he?
No.
Okay.
When
So
we
it's
Different pantheon.
stepped in is when Fire's Wrath became an enemy, or he was part of the dragons?
He was part of the dragon empire already,
Okay.
so
And we don't remember Harlan being something as well. He was just a hero.
he was disgusted with what his empire was doing, and he was trying to find a route to peace.
Do these guys remember how they built the temple? Or
A little bit.
the lighthouse now?
Once again, it is involving powers they don't have access to right now.
Right.
So you remember the fact of doing it, but not how you did it.
So in our past, are we from Celestia? To
You,
a point?
no, you guys are from this world originally.
So we've never been to Celestia yet.
No.
Okay.
Different pantheon. Same gods, kind of.
So I'm not technically the Soul Forger yet.
Right.
because that's in Celestia.
That's a title you have, though.
Okay.
You are considered the father of all dwarves.
I'm busy.
So at the boat, everyone head down there.
Sure.
But
Yeah, I'll go with.
there was nothing else mixed in with the silver, right?
No, just silver.
Just silver. Yeah, let's leave it here then.
What phase is the moon in?
It's like a waxing moon, like a half moon.
Literally.
So when I get to the boat, I start like doing what the boat needs to do to be able to launch it out of where
Okay.
we have it kind of docked.
Hauling in the anchor.
Right.
We're going back to the people first?
Yes.
Okay.
We should divide and conquer. I mean, if we've got 100 miles to search, then we need to have people to help us with that search. We also should
think-
find the other human colony.
I think we have pretty good eyes in the sky that could look for us. Do we not?
That's true.
You could send
could cover
Merlin
a
to
lot more
start the
ground.
search while we go get the people and show them where the resources are here first. I think that needs to be our first priority, and searching needs to come next.
But Merlin can search
How
While
far can
we
he go?
as far as he wants.
Okay.
He just can't. I just can't talk to him directly if he goes out of 100 feet.
Okay.
When we were looking at the map and she told us where the other islands of civilizations were, did we see them on the map like the other
They were
islands?
once large islands, but you remember your overview, they're shattered.
Right. I mean, because she said there was like the humans to the southwest, the
Elves to the
Dwarves to the
northwest,
east,
and
yeah.
dwarves to the east. Yeah.
Yeah. But could we pinpoint those on the map or
No.
No, that's still going to be a search.
So they were once continents teeming with people, and now they're shattered islands and archipelagos.
So they're just somewhere in those.
Yeah. Wherever the survivors ended up,
Uh,
probably the highest points since the water levels came up so much.
right. All right.
So what
Yeah.
time of day is it by now?
It's
Because it's nighttime,
It's
right?
dark out,
Okay.
yep.
Yeah, so
But-
we could whisper to Merlin and send him away.
Look for the reflection.
She'll be gone for a while.
It's fine.
So this temple was on this island, which is now underwater. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah, the Temple of the Moon that you're looking for.
So I know you said the search area was 100 square miles, but how far are we from the search area?
It'll probably, on the boats you guys have, will probably take you maybe 2 days to get there.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't think it was.
Yeah, I was envisioning
paddle.
something smaller.
No,
Sorry,
no, it's
my fault.
if you want to not send Merlin off, you can, unless you want him to be gone for days.
No, he can go fly.
Okay.
Flies
Mhm.
faster than he sails.
If he gets eaten by a
Then
flying
resale.
tarantula, then
That's
he'll just
fair.
reconjure him.
Also, he does have to rest at some point. It's-
Well, hopefully he finds land.
He can bring us
Or I'll
back
just
an olive
reconjure
branch.
him.
He'll grow little like albatross feet.
Your next familiar is a seagull.
Because then he can
Pelican.
swim.
I get this
There you
feeling
go.
Merlin is not the solution, so perhaps we should go find the people.
That would be great.
All right, let's go. Get out
Onward!
of here. And
Get the boat to move.
What?
Over.
Who?
I'm calling y'all by your other names.
excuse
It's
me.
happening.
How dare
Get the
you?
boat to move. It's called Let's Start Rowing, you putzes.
Oh, I thought we had taken like a bigger boat.
Well,
No.
so instead of saying
We
Dava,
only
do you
have-
say Vandra now?
No, it's Dava.
Oh, Van.
Avandava?
No, it's just Dava.
You got it, Avandava.
That's not even close.
That's okay.
That's adding a letter. There's no L in this.
Halfling speak is weird.
This is the person who talks like.
It's precisely what we sound like.
Well, I've never heard you make that noise.
I've never spoken my language then.
Oh.
Apparently that's what Draconic sounds like.
I mean,
It's like somebody
what,
totaling
do you want me to
underwater.
start calling you by your other names? We get back to the village and everyone's super confused because it's not how we've ever introduced ourselves to them.
That's a good point.
Or
though.
do we abandon our old name and we start anew because we are anew?
They remember
Oh,
who we are.
Our
Even.
the
That was-
people.
that was deep for being the goddess of luck.
Well, she
I'm
just got
also
lucky
the
on that.
halfling mother. Thank you. I am a responsible person.
Is there another boat?
All I'm saying
Can I just
is,
fly
looking.
over the water, summon a cloud, and
If you took
fly?
that spell, yeah.
Yeah.
all I'm saying is that
That's a third level spell. You should
Yes,
have
it
access
is.
to it.
they know us by
Coral's done
these
with
other
you guys.
names.
He's just like, nope, bye.
No, I'm just gonna fly alongside the boat.
Oh.
And I'm not gonna have to argue these petty differences.
But just slightly ahead.
So, out of character, it's only been 100 years?
Yeah.
So, there's going to be elves and dwarves
Who will remember?
who will remember them, and maybe us.
I was saying it's more
Right.
than that for some reason.
But
thought it was 200.
Like 300. Or
Wasn't that
something.
long?
yeah,
I think it was
My notes.
200.
I thought it was
Was
200.
it 200?
Yeah.
But there would still be
That's me being not looking at my notes today.
people.
Oh, we met that.
That old.
right?
You guys, yeah,
Still.
you guys met the one dwarf, the old blind dwarf who died right afterwards, who did
Right.
remember.
God.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, now how long? Dwarves live for 350 years in this?
No, I don't think it's that long. I
Oh.
want to say it's around 200.
Okay.
It's all semantics to me.
2 something, yeah, I think.
I'm just Dava. Forever.
I'll find.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. There's a
Oh.
reason gods have many names.
This is just one of my many names. It's fine. I'm not changing it up and confusing the populace.
Mhm.
All right, so you guys are rowing, and you can see the lights are on under the water too, where the old roadway and stuff was, and the old houses. So it's just very surreal looking down at the city you built underwater at night as you sail across. Your arrival back at the lighthouse is easily noted because you make a lot of noise rowing across. And there's a small delegation of people kind of waiting for you as you get there.
400.
That's what I thought.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, there'll be elves and dwarfs that know the old names.
Dwarves that are still young bucks, too. Fairly young.
So, yeah, you see a group of like 5 people, standing down near the water's edge, apparently waiting for you guys to dock or to help you dock when you get there.
So as soon as we're docked and I hop out and we have like the group of people there, I ask if Prarik has been able to retrieve the rest of the humans from the island, if they've returned.
Brave died.
Which one is it?
Fade.
Made
Old
Bane.
wounds.
All humans, they look alike.
They do.
He hasn't returned yet. No, they anticipate him returning tomorrow midday.
Okay. I thought they left like first thing in the morning, so I wasn't sure
No,
if you have enough time to come back yet.
well, and it depends how long it takes them to organize everybody and get them ready to
That's
come
fair.
back and
Deal with the doppelgangers.
deal with doppelgangers and
Yeah.
hostile turtles.
Well, and the fact that, he has a tiefling with him and
Well, are we gonna have to wait for their return?
No, I think we
Are
should
you
leave a delegation.
evacuating this? Oh, you're leaving a delegation. Okay.
Yeah, why would we not leave a delegation to meet them and then
Well,
take them over?
what's the?
So Mac's leading the group of people who's there, so you have a familiar face there too.
Well, first, we don't have enough boats to send all these people to the mainland because most of our boats are out getting the humans.
Well, there were the boats from the Dragon Masters as well.
Mhm.
There are
Yeah,
pretty
that's right.
significant amount of them, are there not?
Oh, I didn't.
And those are sailing
Understand
ships.
that.
They are meant to go over
Right.
deeper water too.
But we should think about if we want to leave any people here. If Fire's Wrath sends any reinforcements while we're gone, that could be problematic.
It's fair. I mean, people that are here, they could at least hide in the lighthouse.
I mean, we risk the destruction of the lighthouse if there's.
I think if Fire's Wrath comes, there's nobody here can stop them, no matter what.
Not even us at this point.
Yeah.
Well,
We couldn't do it before.
Yeah.
the lighthouse should protect itself somewhat against Fire's Wrath. It wards off the undead, but it doesn't ward off young dragons, as we've seen.
I know time is of the essence, but I kind of think that we should spend a little bit of time helping these people, teach them how to defend themselves to some extent. Like help them. Maybe Morden here can help forge some new weapons for them, or teach.
We have silver in the temple. If we can get the anvil back, now that's been restored now, back to the temple, you now have metal that you guys can construct weapons from.
Exactly.
We could actually arm our people properly.
Better than sticks and rocks and.
And I'm sure if we look amongst the city, we may be able to find additional supplies, more, maybe another anvil. But I think the point right now would be to get everyone except for a delegation, and we should find them to be volunteers, to stay behind and then follow the path. I mean, it's pretty obvious where you need to go to get there. There's a pretty obvious street that you follow, even though it's underwater, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they can join up with the rest of the colony. But I think that leaving them here is simply leaving them to die. We need to make sure that they can get the supplies, there's shelter there. They might get in contact with some dragon masters if emissaries do show up, but there are tunnels underground there as well.
That's where the Dragon Masters went.
I know, but if emissaries show up, they'd have better luck with dragon masters than emissaries. So hiding in the tunnels may not be a bad idea.
There is also, a whole jungle there too.
Right.
Or maybe we go on our journey, we find this temple, and we let them govern themselves and decide if they want to leave some people behind or bring everybody over.
I think it's too late for that at this point. I think they've looked up to us as leaders, and we need to let them know what our conscious plan is.
They're standing there watching this conversation.
Well, 5 of them are.
Yeah.
We need to let them know consciously what our plan is and what's available to them. And if they wish to make a decision based on that information, that's great.
Would you?
I just look at Mac.
Would we what?
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
I was
It
talking to
it was
them.
warm.
I know.
So.
I'm hot.
I'm probably not the right person to ask that of.
Well, then let's go up and let's talk
So,
to the people.
Are you leaving then?
Only for a short period of time.
There's a temple we must find as
And-
quickly as possible.
Other colonies we must unite.
So can you manage for a week?
We've managed for years. I think we can manage for a week.
That's my thought, and we should set out straight away.
I agree.
Are you leaving this night?
I think we need to show them where the supplies are first. Instead of making them go up and then hunt through the jungle and the untrimmed wilderness to try to find the farmlands and the resources. I know that you're in a hurry to find your daughter, and I want to get there as fast as possible, but we're going to have to get to those resources so we can supply a
How
sailing
many
ship.
supplies do you have? How long can you survive?
2 or 3 days.
Of course. Of course.
We need to get them over.
It takes an
We'll have
hour
to
to
move them
go
over.
across
It's only
the
an
water,
hour?
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not like it's going to take forever.
Well, let's get on the boats first thing in the morning.
Let's go talk to the rest of the people instead of just the 5 of them that are here.
The rest of the people?
I think most people are sleeping, huh? Nighttime.
Yeah. And also, they don't need to completely relocate to have access to those supplies.
We just need to show them where it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And probably just the leaders.
The lighthouse is probably a more defensible position than being surrounded by dragon masters.
Someone needs to maintain the farms, though. There's farms now,
They
and
can do that during the day.
it's true.
They don't have to worry about coming back before it gets dark out either.
Right.
So what are you saying, that we take a delegation over at dawn?
That is
I
what
think
he
so.
suggested.
I think there's your delegation right there. They can take it from there.
Do we bring an additional sailing ship and people with us to search out the additional colonies?
Are there ships over there?
Are there?
Yeah, you guys got to the docks. There's other ships there.
There are other ships. I have concern if we're trying to protect the people of dragging them out into the ocean and then taking them with us, or just sending them back once we find it.
This is our place to find. I mean, it would be.
But what about the
helpful,
rest of the colonies,
If
though?
we're gonna
merge these peoples and make a colony again,
if we're gonna merge the people, they need a rallying point. And if this is gonna be it, which this is the safest place from the undead, then we need to leave people here to defend it.
and I agree, but I'm saying bringing a small delegation of people with us, maybe dividing our group within 2 different sailing ships, so we can not only spread out and search more area, but then if we find the other human colonies, we can make true contact with them. But
I get
if
the
we,
feeling like your priority is not going to the Moon Temple,
The
because
Moon
I'm not going to
Temple's-
look for the colonies first.
no, but they're in the same direction. There's a chance you're going
If
to
they're
find
there,
the colony.
great. But I'm going to
before-
keep looking for the Moon Temple. I don't care if
I
I
agree.
find a colony.
We need to find the Moon Temple first.
I think
The
we-
colonies can come after.
They've been surviving for so long already. I agree with Corwin on this.
I mean, my priority is always going to be the people first.
I'm obviously a little biased.
Well,
I'm not saying that your venture is unjust, or I'm just saying that we should prepare for what we find first in case it's not the Moon Temple.
Sehanine, right? That's her name? Now?
Sayanin?
Well, having Sehanine will make it much easier and probably even safer to get the people. Because then we'll have our sixth
Plus, we
member.
can't defend the colonies until the undead are weakened. We can't unify them.
By saving one colony, we only save one colony. But by
We
restoring
can't
the
move
moon,
them. Exactly.
it protects all of them, or gives them all a better chance.
So you're saying that even if we do find a colony, just to pretend it doesn't exist and keep going?
No, it exists, but we'll come back to it.
Well, they have been fine.
What- the map
What do you
skills to find it
propose?
again.
How are you going to transport potentially thousands of people across water when the undead attack? What
It's
are you
still
gonna
part
do?
of Jerahome, right?
No,
Jerome's just a city here.
right. We're going, 2 days away? That's outside of the reach of the lighthouse.
That's true.
I mean, we can bring Dragon Glass if we want to announce to Fire's Wrath where we are and what we're doing. Sounds like a good plan.
Well, I mean,
That day is still far off.
Have this one orb still.
You guys do have the one orb.
The master orb.
It's wrapped in a blanket.
And that's how we can communicate with the colony, right?
No. Fire's Wrath.
But he can eavesdrop on it.
Yeah.
Do you have the ring from
damn it.
I do.
your boss?
It's not coming off. I've tried.
So my phraseology was correct.
Yes, it was.
Fine, we'll take one ship then.
Well, we should take these folks in the morning too,
Well, of course.
Yeah, we'll show them where the supplies are. And
and then sail on.
I agree.
I think we
How-
need to talk with the rest of the leaders once they return as well.
So we need to wait till they come back.
We'll be back at noon.
Hopefully.
How did the anvil come along so far? Is it cleaned up and
You need to
ready?
go check. You guys are still standing at the shore
Okay.
right now,
Yeah.
so
Let's go check it out.
I might pull an all-nighter and sleep on the boat.
I mean, sleeping during the day would probably be the most practical. Because we have to, nighttime is when the moon shines. Also, it's when the dead will come out, so we'll have to fight them off.
With Morden on this one,
So,
I'll help you. I think that's the way we can
Yeah,
best
just
help
come
the
along
people.
Handle's coming along good. It's gonna take some work still, but they're
Do we have a spot there for a forge as well? For
Yeah.
the fire?
Yeah.
So it still needs to be cleaned.
Yeah, and they don't have the best tools, so they're working with what they have. But keep in mind, they haven't been allowed many metal implements either by the Dragon Masters. Kept them with just the bare necessities.
In which case, I will probably try and finish it.
Okay. Let's stay up working on that. I'm gonna have you make me a smithing proficiency check.
Ooh.
Let's see how you do.
That's just going to be proficiency and intelligence or wisdom or strength or what?
Intelligence, probably.
Okay. So 14.
14. You probably take like 2 days of labor off that night for them. It would have been about a 5-day project already. So,
by the time we're getting back, I should be ready.
well, 5-day project, you just took 2 days off, so 3-day project, they got like 2 days left. So probably about the time you get about to the area where you'll be looking for the temple, we'll probably get it finished.
I didn't teach anybody how to do crap before we leave.
But you did a lot of work. You got a lot done. They were really impressed watching you too. Seeing somebody who knows what they're doing and has a few tools on them to actually do the right kind of job.
I'll actually probably leave my tools here
Okay.
so that they can partake of them.
Okay.
But I also instruct them exactly where they go back.
Make little outlines on the wall.
If I step on a hammer, will I come back?
So you're off doing that. What are you doing, Bahamut?
I'm gonna whoever the night watch is.
Mhm.
I'm
Let's see if
gonna
there's
go
a
with
bunch.
them. Yeah, I'm gonna go with kind of the most experienced one,
Okay.
and just walk with him the whole night and give him pointers and just help him, like just give him some pointers like fighting with spears and whatever weapons they
Okay.
have at the moment. Just try to help kind of train them up the best I can in one night. I mean,
Okay.
it's not much, but
Sure.
I'll do it. So
Awesome. Coraline?
I am reconstructing the map on the floor onto a piece of parchment.
So you go back.
So,
That was in the temple.
I can't just remember it.
Sure. I'll make an intelligence test to see how well you remember it.
Okay.
Don't follow his
smarty
map.
elf. Let's see what those tears do.
Oh, not good. 10.
I swear it's over here.
little flighty for detail.
I'll sell back.
Okay. Yeah, you try for a couple times and you're like, nope, this isn't working. You get on one of the rafts and go back over.
So we can at least check off where we're going and been.
Cool.
What do you spend the night doing?
I am preparing a week's worth of rations for our party.
Okay.
And then on top of that, I am going to talk to Mac to see if he has any additional healing potions or fuzzy beverages for the dwarf.
Coraline. You bring me back some silver when you go.
Very well.
Thank you.
Yeah, he.
Probably some food too, if we're gonna get a week's worth of rations.
So you're doing all this, and Max. So, how long will you be gone for?
I hope not long. A week is what I'm planning for. I hope to be a shorter journey. Where we're looking, it should be about a 2-day trip and then 2 days back. I'm hoping not to have to spend too much time there.
What are you looking for?
Temple of the Moon?
In the ocean?
Yes.
How are you going to get to it?
I don't know yet.
Is it on an island?
No, unfortunately, it's under the water. I'm hoping that Lorik will be able to tap into the magics that are there. And I like to splash in water. I say, just suddenly.
Okay. Yes, here's and he gives you a couple of bottles of his fizzy drink.
The like heal you fizzy
No,
drink
no,
or
the
just
fizzy
the
drink.
fizz?
The fizzy drink, and he does give you 2 potions of healing as well.
Okay. So this is for when the dwarf is good or depressed.
Or awake.
No, that would take all of it.
Breathing.
What do I remember about the lighthouse? Is there anything new?
No, it's back to doing what it's supposed to be doing.
But do I have any new memories of it?
You remember the process of building it and whatnot, but like there was little parts that were never completed,
Mm-hmm.
like Shimmer's integration into it. That seem done now. So
Is there any additional rooms we haven't visited? Okay.
no secret chambers or rooms.
That seems short-sighted of us.
I also think I lied. I think I'm going to take my tools with me.
Okay.
I'm gonna sleep.
Okay. So must be up during the day to do things.
I'm better during the day. For some reason.
Strange how that works.
What?
So you guys spend the night. 4 of you spend the night in work at least, and doing things, prepping supplies for the trip, taking them down, picking the boat you want to use.
I make sure there's like it's structurally intact, unlike our other boat where there was a lot of like swill and stuff, and I clean it out. And
Yeah, it's one of the Dragon Master ships, so
so
it
it's
seems
pretty
like
gross.
it seems like it's in pretty good shape. Like it's either a newer one or one that wasn't used for far range
Gotcha.
exploration.
And I put supplies on the boat. I asked Mac to help me if he's
Mac's busy doing other stuff,
Okay.
but there's other people who will gladly help you.
Do I have or can I make or get like a little portable forge thing to heat stuff up with? Like I have a little anvil, right, to work on things.
Sure.
But
Yeah, I'll let you get something like that.
Cool.
Scrounge something like that together. You get your map. Takes you a couple hours to get it all down and scribed over and perfect.
So then I can rest for 4.
And then you can come back and maybe bring the dwarf some
Oh, I'm
silver.
coming back? Okay.
Weren't you?
I was just going to wait till they got there in the morning.
Oh, fair enough.
I like that you tell the dwarf you'll bring him silver and then you stay
Oh,
there.
you need it before we go?
no, not necessarily.
He just wants shiny things.
Once the boat's prepped, I
Oh, yeah,
well,
I
first
missed
off,
you.
I store the booze, the fuzzy beverage for the dwarf in kind of like a box or barrel-ish kind of container in a discreet like part of the boat for moral support later.
Break only in emergencies.
Right.
Or for celebrating when you're victorious.
Right.
Sure, that's totally what'll happen.
Yeah.
And then I also go to sleep until, my plan is to sleep until the delegation arrives.
Well, I want to do a once over on the island too and see where the farms are and look at them and gain some knowledge of that.
Okay.
So when they get here, we can more quickly show them what to do and be on our way.
Okay.
That's rough.
Yeah, the night passes somewhat swiftly. You have a higher agenda pushing you forward. You kind of feel that just kind of always on your shoulders. It's like you're doing things that you need to do to get ready for your trip, but the trip is the main focus right now. And yeah, morning arrives, and you all feel. I mean, even working all night, like you're starting to get tired, but you feel like you have a renewed purpose.
Definitely.
A little more sense of self. And you wake up refreshed, and you get your rest as well. So the two of you wake up refreshed and ready, and feel the new power coursing through you as well. Since this is your first night of rest, and you've hit 5th level since all this fun stuff. So you really settling back into it, and you still feel like there was so much more that used to be at your grasp, but you're getting back to it. So as you finish your patrols with people, and Grombach finds you. Can I have a word with you?
Absolutely. What do you need?
I understand that you're leaving.
Yes, we'll be gone for a few days, maybe a week.
Just leaving temporarily, then.
Yes.
Rumors.
Squash those as quickly as possible. Don't let rumors spread.
I don't think that's possible with humans and halflings.
Good point.
The little folk do love to chat.
Yeah. So much.
Where are you going?
We need to go find a temple to Sehanin, right? Sehanin? To Sehanin. So
I don't recognize the name.
that's okay. It's a god from long ago. So
what do you hope to find in this temple? If I'm prying, I beg your forgiveness.
we're not sure yet. So maybe hopefully something to help all of our causes. So we don't know what.
Ancient power of the gods.
Maybe.
That'd be good.
It'll be very good for us. So we will be back though. I think we're gonna show you guys where to find stockpiles and food and resources and things so you can take care of yourselves.
Good.
So, and I know you're a fighter you have experience fighting and everything. It would be wise for you to teach as many people as possible how to defend themselves. I think that's of the utmost importance for you.
Discussing it with the others, that the humans that have been living on this island seem very inadequate.
They've been somewhat protected by the Dragon Masters for most of their lives, not all their lives. So,
as one would protect their cattle, yes.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. So, I think it'd be very good for you to teach them to fight, to survive. I spoke to one of the humans. He appeared to be the most most experienced and capable of the crew, whatever his name is. Work with him. I showed him a few things that I know.
Well, the humans from our island too are a bit better versed
That they
in
are.
swordplay. So
We've seen it.
good. Well, I understand we're going to the island today, or to the mainland today. Then
Yes, I believe you'll come with us.
excellent.
So get ready. We won't be there for too terribly long because we need to leave today, I believe. So
Well, I wish you all the best of luck on your travel to find this temple of
Sehanin.
Sehanin. He turns and he walks off.
Okay. He's a gold dragon, right?
He is.
Dragonborn. Okay.
Is that right? Was he a gold? That's right in front of me for him.
I think he was.
There was. I know there was the
There was a
one female
silver.
who was
The
a
female
gold.
was a gold.
She was a gold.
He was a
Silver ace.
gold.
Actually,
Was he a silver?
One of them was a silver. I remember there was a silver.
Well, there's
I have
two of
him
them
right
that were
here.
silvers.
He's a brass.
Oh, he was a brass dragon.
He's a
Okay.
brass.
That's right.
But he was the leader of them.
Okay.
Zensha was the gold.
That's right.
She was the only gold. And then there was Jordan, who is a copper. And then there were the brothers,
Who were
Kurgan and
silvers.
Brenlar, who were both silver.
Okay, that's what it was. Awesome.
And they have all survived.
Awesome.
So there's at least 7 Dragonborn in the world.
Yeah. We're gonna.
Yeah, you are.
One of them's
I was
red.
gonna say repopulate, but with 7, that might get weird in a couple generations. Because that's how we talk. You took the words right out of my mouth. Morgan. Wow.
Yeah, he speaks Draconic.
Right.
Yeah, you do, don't
Really.
you? Dang, man. You spoke with a better accent than me.
All right,
How's that
so
sound?
You guys are waiting. Sun comes up. The typical morning festivities are bringing out food, but they're very careful with portioning, since they only have so much food here right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you're up and about at this point as well.
I'm asleep.
Yep. You go and pass out.
I'm gonna go in the lighthouse when I'm done with my task that I'm at doing.
Okay. You gonna go sleep in the lighthouse? Is that your?
Yeah.
What are you doing in the lighthouse?
So I go to the elevator.
Okay.
I step in and like, shimmer.
And once again, the voice is different.
Right.
Yes, my lord.
Do we have a stash of potions or library or scrolls anywhere in here?
I think those have already been accessed, my lord.
All of them.
Yes.
Do we have a means of making water breathing things?
No, my lord.
All right. It's gonna be fun swimming. Yeah, man. That's all. That's it.
Go find a place to crash. Where are you gonna sleep?
On the boat.
Oh, you wait till the boat. So
Yeah.
you're staying up.
Right.
What about? Are you sleeping on the boat then, or are you find a cottage?
I actually went into the lighthouse because I figured inside the lighthouse is probably one of the calmer, more peaceful places to take a nap. But I asked to be woken when the delegation comes, if not
Okay.
around noon or prior to noon.
Okay. And what about Bahama? Where are you sleeping? Or are you staying up
I'm
until-
also waiting to sleep on the boat
Okay.
as well. I'm anticipating that. I'm just going to go kind of administer to the people if there's still any that are wounded, like have some longer lasting wounds. I'm going to go attempt to just give them comfort and healing if they need it, like if they need my powers of healing. Then.
No.
Okay.
But yeah,
But words of encouragement and comfort for those people, just kind of show them compassion, help them out the best that I can with even menial tasks if it's needed.
okay. Taylor, what are you doing when you get up?
I'll go eat with the locals.
Okay.
And the people who have come here.
Okay. While you're there having breakfast, I just need the right name. Here we go. Frolk. It's the big guy from the other island.
The quiet one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He kind of makes sure he sits next to you,
Okay.
and he's leans over and he's like, "So, my lord, I heard that you're leaving us."
We are venturing into the sea for a few days, but we will return.
Ah,
Have no fear.
simple fishing trip or something more exciting?
We are looking for a temple to the moon.
Temple to the moon. What would that look like?
Well, probably underwater. Joke.
Craig used to talk about
Nice. It's a permanent
a
thing.
trip he
Doesn't
was
have to
on,
be
one of our expeditions out on a boat. Talk about the moon, it just made me think of that. And yeah, he said it was really, really strange. He was out on his boat one night, and the moon was barely in the sky. But when he looked down in the water, he saw the moon was full. He thought maybe he had been up just a little too long or run himself a little too hard that day, but he swears, or swore, I guess. He kind of looks out at the water where Craig fell. That he saw a full moon on the water, even though there was no moon in the sky.
Did he mention where he was at the time?
And I hate to say this, but I can't say that I ever took it much serious when he talked about it, and I can't say that I paid much attention to his stories. But he did like to talk on length about that, and I know Fiona's the only one who ever really took him seriously about it.
Did Fiona come with
She'll be
this
coming
group,
in the
or
group that's
she?
coming.
Oh, that's what I thought. Then perhaps I will ask her, and maybe you will start to believe in more stories.
Starting to already. He looks at the lighthouse as he says that. Little bit of awe and wonder in his face too, just looking at that. All right, so breakfast continues on. You're waiting for them to come to you, correct? Okay. So at about noon, the boats arrive.
Mm-hmm.
The boats went over to bring the rest of the people from the island. And swimming alongside the boats are the turtles.
Mm.
We tried to convince them
That's
to get
fishy.
here. Now they're here. We're like,
How many turtles?
Well, there were
All
only
of them.
like
All of them.
7
So
or
6.
something.
All of the turtles show up.
Raft on my wheel.
All three of them.
Toka.
Razor.
No, Razor was.
Oh, yeah.
was in Slash.
There's 3 other bad guys. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, all
6.
6 turtles.
Okay.
I take turtles seriously. Thank you.
You should.
Hashtag save the turtles.
They're not doing their war dances. They come up. They're not.
Right.
So when they're snapping turtles, you gotta be careful.
They don't have their armor or shades.
They always have their armor.
Surround them constantly.
So we're having pizza for lunch.
But yeah, they're swimming alongside the boats, and then they get there and they kind of walk up on the shore, and they're just all kind of looking around. And you see Troggle with his staff, kind of leading the way. And like they get there, they kind of like they swim up like, so you have like the 3 boats kind of coming back in formation, and then kind of off to the side a little ways are the turtles.
Sure.
And they come up on the shore, not where the people are getting off the boats either. They just kind of come up off their own, and they start kind of looking around. And
They just do their own thing. They're turtles.
Do we have, or at least I have any memory of turtles before?
No.
Okay. He's not a
They're a
species
mutant
that
it
species.
existed before, no?
Got it. Or at least that I knew of.
But yeah, the people, the tieflings that went with, and then all the humans are coming back. And they seem like they brought more supplies this time too, and are unloading those as well. So you guys kind of see that from
Above?
above near the lighthouse.
I
ring.
look at you, and I
You're
ask,
sleeping right
Yeah,
now.
you're
Oh, I said I was going to get up at noon. Someone was supposed to get me up at noon.
Yeah, but no one has.
Yeah, nobody
not
got
sure.
you
Okay,
up.
never mind.
Let sleeping halflings
No
sleep.
one tries to wake up the sleeping halfling. Are you kidding? Not unless you have like a big basket of food. They'll attack you.
I wait for them to come to me.
Okay.
It's an old habit.
I'll approach the turtles.
Okay. Go
And
after the
just-
turtles.
I'm not really gonna say much. I'm just gonna, I'll just approach them just very welcomingly.
As you walk up, like all 6 of them like turn and look at you.
I'll just give them a big smile and go over to them and just say, "Welcome, thank you for coming," and then just kind of clap a Troggle
Okay.
on the back of the shell. Say, "You're a wise leader."
We wanted to see where monsters come from.
It's a strange place.
It is.
Explore. Find out everything you can about these places. This keeps back the undead.
That's good.
Very good.
Yeah, he starts. They start walking. They all kind of walk past you. They kind of start walking up the side,
Oh.
making their way towards the lighthouse.
Don't wake the halfling.
What are you doing in all this?
Yeah, just watching them.
Okay. So yeah, Fralt goes down and like is talking to Vade, and you see Max down there to see Fram, who went and talked to her, and Groundbach and the other Dragonborn are kind of off a little ways, just kind of watching. And yeah, they're helping them unload. People starting to take supplies up. You see Fiona on one of the boats. You know, she gets off the boat and gets some gear and stuff and starts carrying it up the side towards the lighthouse as well. Mac and Fram come up to you. You're waiting top a ways. Mac looks like he hasn't slept at all yet either. Like he's been up all night. He looks very happy to see you. They come up. They're like holding hands as they come up. And, Fram looks at you. She's like, we got everyone off the island.
Good.
There was no sign of the shapeshifters that we saw.
Did you do any detection amongst your group?
Mm-hmm.
Well, hopefully that's the last we see of them.
I hope so. We smashed the dragon globes that were there.
Good.
I hope we won't hear many more. Should we get rid of the rest of the ones that are here?
No. We now control the master globe for this area.
Does that mean Fire's Wrath can't use them?
Fire's Wrath can't listen or hear into the ones you have.
Okay, good.
So now they are safe. Or at least as safe as we can make them.
But that was the interpretation we got out of those, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I want to amend that. If yours is on and working, it will conduit to theirs. But it needs to be charged.
Yeah.
For that to happen. Mac tells me that you're leaving. You went off on another expedition, find more people.
No, but we'll probably be doing that soon as well. First, we need to find a temple to the moon.
Read about that, but just stories. Mac's like, yeah, and he just takes off.
Like, after this, you should make Mac get some rest.
He's says he's been very busy with something special for you. And he comes back and he has like an armful of like bottles that are all like sloshing with liquid.
Valentine.
You might need to go deep underwater.
Potentially.
These will allow you to breathe.
Excellent.
And he puts down 6 of them. Like, I made an extra just in case. I know things can happen.
Very true. Thank you.
We're supposed to go to the mainland now, and I understand there's things that we need to see.
Yes. Let me see where my companions are. Besides Dabo, where are the rest of you?
Well, you saw him go down to the Tortles,
Sure. Okay.
and then you were probably hanging out not too far from him, or you at the lighthouse still.
So I was probably still by the forge. I was watching the turtles because were they coming up to the lighthouse?
Yeah, they're
Weren't
going
you
up to
asleep?
No, he stayed
I'm
up.
waiting for the boat.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
They haven't slept at all yet.
Most of our searching will be at night anyway.
If I was mean, I'd be giving out exhaustion. I mean,
If I'd stayed up the whole day, I could see that. Yeah.
well, you've been up since yesterday morning.
Right.
Yeah.
You've been up a whole 24 hours.
Yeah.
And then some now.
Yeah,
Where's
dwarf.
Did he ever come back?
No.
Did I saw him? Okay. So you were at the smithy? So I go find you. What are you working on?
Just the forge. Prepping it. Actually, by this point, if I've already done that work level, I'm probably trying to write out instructions and how to repair all the cobalt blades and make them worthy of use.
hoping that these people can read.
Pictures.
Not written in Draconic.
Just gonna note that some of them are still pretty primitive. I mean, the tieflings can
What's your
read.
new name?
Morden.
Morden. Morden.
So we all are calling each other by our real names.
Wow. It's your name. I
Well, yes.
didn't really think about it. You should take an expedition to find. Let's name things.
Coralon.
Coraline. Thank you.
I know their names. I'm just choosing not to use them.
I believe he went to the island to.
That's what I'm saying. Is
Oh.
you should take a few people to the island, show them where everything is, and get Coraline back.
Retrieve them.
All right.
I'm going to talk to Fiona. She may have some idea where the temple is.
Interesting. I was thinking about talking to Troggle about that as well, or if they could accompany us to do underwater recon.
Okay.
If you're better at talking to them than I am, probably. I'll just go find Coraline.
I can ask, I guess. You head off.
Not when you shoo me, no.
So we just stand awkwardly in the smithy.
He's like, okay.
5 months later.
Find the perfect opportunity. If I had thought of it when you remembered your past, I could have changed your accent.
Oh.
No.
Something harder. You know?
Right.
Portuguese.
Southern gentleman or something.
Next week.
That's Southern.
Southern Morden.
And this is how you hammer at the fort. I can do it.
You gotta get something like really specific, like 1920s Baltimore cop.
Oh,
Do it.
Missed opportunity.
I need to Google that.
Next campaign.
Hillbilly.
How y'all?
He does that one too well.
Still.
Yeah, he does that.
Oh, you never. Yeah. That's his second nature.
I'll pass on that accent.
All right, so you're gonna go talk to Fiona. Is your plan?
Yeah.
No one's gone to wake her up yet.
No.
That's rude.
What are you guys doing? He's waiting for you on the island.
I'm completely ignoring Paylor's instruction. And I want to go to bed. No.
Yeah, how dare he shoo me?
I go find some people.
You like.
This
lay
is why the
down
bad
and you're
guys
like,
win.
God, why is the sun so bright today?
So I go get some people, and we go grab a boat, and we go look for Coraline.
Random people, specific people.
Mm.
Hey, you get on this boat.
People that look like they don't have anything to do right now. And preferably some people that know what they are doing with a boat.
Okay,
If I can isolate it to that.
so probably people from the other island and not from here, because people here don't know how to use a boat.
Exactly.
Okay.
Halflings too, even maybe. Whoever's running around. Everybody that's operated a boat that I know of.
Okay.
I bring snacks for the halflings.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna go wake the halfling.
Okay,
Thank you.
so you're gathering people,
Actually, yes.
and yeah, you feel kind of a. By the time you feel it, it's probably a pretty rough shove.
I'll just pick her up and
Put me down.
you're awake now.
Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Has the delegation arrived from the previous island?
Yep, they arrived not long ago.
I see.
If they
I see
were
no
not
one
long
welcomed
ago, they've unloaded the boats and they're having lunch right now.
Not long ago.
I,
I'm being compassionate.
I see no one woke me like I asked, and I grumble a little bit.
It's okay. You missed the boring introductions.
So what else did I miss? everyone came back. What about the shapeshifters?
They said that they couldn't. They didn't find any sign of them. They did
That's
everything they could to
suspicious.
find them. I agree, but I mean,
Fran did say she'd have some magic that'd be able to sniff them out. Now that she knew what she was looking for.
Well, I just hope that that's the truth and that Fram hasn't been replaced.
as
I'm
do
a little
I.
skeptical now that I've seen myself, and I looked pretty real to me.
You did. So all we can do is hope, I guess.
We
Let's-
can't delay our trip. Have we assembled bleeders yet?
We're about to.
Okay.
So
I grabbed a piece of fruit from where I was sleeping because I kept a snack.
Mm-hmm.
I start eating.
let's go, and then we'll all head back at least.
I'll
Okay.
follow him. As we get out, do we see the turtles?
The turtles are right outside the lighthouse when you guys come out. They're just looking at it.
I stop and I turn. You forgot to mention that the turtles came.
I said everybody came here, so
Thanks, buddy. I rolled my eyes a little bit.
actually, I'm gonna invite the turtles inside the lighthouse though, and just kind of walk them around a little. So, just silently
I'm
show them
gonna-
around.
Go up to Troggle and I wave at him with the hand that doesn't have fruit in it.
Okay. He waves back.
Troggle.
Little monster.
I smile really big.
Okay.
And I see you came to join us.
We came to see where monsters live.
Do you like the lighthouse? Can you feel its vibrations?
This is very nice. It's very soothing.
Because doesn't he have kind of an air of like the same peacefulness as the lighthouse or similar?
It's something similar, but it's a different type of magic.
Right. We have to leave for a period of time, but stay as long as you wish. There's another island that has additional supplies and farms. We are looking for the Temple of the Moon, or to the moon. Have you ever heard of a temple for the moon, to the moon, about the moon? Moon temple?
So we see the moon, and he points
Up.
But I don't know why one would build a temple to it.
Well, it's underwater now, and we have to figure out how to... Not the moon, but the temple.
Why would you build a temple underwater?
Well, it
That
didn't
makes
used to
even
be.
less sense.
It didn't used to be underwater, but as you've noted, we are quite monstrous, and in our deeds, apparently the water has risen. I take the term monster as Troggle's term of endearment for us, whether it is or isn't.
Good luck finding your moon temple.
I appreciate that. There's another temple on the mainland if you follow the road that has similar vibrations to the lighthouse. You might seek peace there.
We'll go look at the mainland too. This is nice though.
I just figured since the temple kind of vibrates like the lighthouse vibrates the same general energy, you might enjoy it. And then I bound off to go find where the leaders are.
Yeah, they walk into the lighthouse. People are watching them, like the people who've lived on the island are giving them a
Like,
wide
what?
berth. Yeah, they're just like,
Well, because they really
Okay.
never knew that they were there.
right. Well, the people who live on this island, like on the lighthouse,
Oh, yeah.
are giving them a wide berth because they're unlike anything they've ever seen before.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
so are everyone else, pretty much, except for the halflings.
They've known of tieflings though. They've known of dragonborn though. But
They've seen Dragonborn.
Yeah. Well,
That's true. But I mean, the people from the other island had no idea they were there
right.
till we got there.
But the people on the lighthouse are a little more timid too.
That's true.
it would be.
All right, so you guys round up the leaders. So you get like Vade and Fram and Kronbach to go over.
Cassin,
Kessin was proven to be a shifter.
Oh.
She is not part of the leading group anymore.
so they did find shifters on the island.
Well, Kessin was gone when they
Oh.
got back to the island. Sorry, yeah. So she's just disappeared.
Gotcha.
And let's gather everybody up.
Well, I was talking to
Fiona.
Fiona.
Yes, you were going to talk to Fiona. So I'm going to get these guys on the water in
That's fine.
on their way,
Yeah.
unless you plan on going with them.
No, I don't need to go.
Okay. So yes, so you go seek out Fiona.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's my mortal nature.
We really should have Coralon do that.
He
Why?
wants so badly to be her friend. Have you forgotten the fact that you just
No, I
want to be-
tried.
Oh, okay.
I'm just not there.
So yeah, she's like in one of the really like decrepit lower to closer to the water stone buildings that had been abandoned because of the undead for so long, and she's like in there like trying to effect repairs and apparently set up house.
Okay, I'm having an out of character memory lapse. Which one is
Fiona's
Fiona.
the one with
Fiona
the
is the
scar.
one with the scar who really did not like Bahamut at all.
yeah. Okay. Who was the other woman?
Cassie.
Kessin was,
She was a-
Prayek's second in command, but
Okay.
she's was gone when.
Got it.
Apparently,
That's
she's
where
the
my
shapeshifter.
confusion was. I thought it was reversed. Did you want to do these guys first?
No, we'll take care of you first.
Okay. Fiona.
She like turns around. She's like I said, she's like working in her house. And
Do not be afraid.
you're quiet.
I like look down. I'm in full armor.
Yeah, she's been busy like working with a hammer and stuff. So she was making quite a bit of noise when you got there. What do you want?
I heard that Preric found a strange image of the moon in the Watcher. Do you remember this story?
Yeah, I heard he died. Bad.
He did.
Yeah, he used to tell me the story. We used to sit out on one of the cliffs and kind of look over the water before it got too dark, where the dead would rouse themselves. And he would tell me that it was just the most crazy thing he had ever seen. We would do expeditions looking for others, and he was out on one of these expeditions, and he came across this strange outcropping of stone sticking out of the water. Like 8 points of maybe it was once a mountain peak or something, I don't know, but that was sticking out of the water, and he sailed into the middle of it, and right in the middle of it, he was looking at the reflection of the moon on the water, and he swore that it was full, that the moon was full, but when he looked up at the night sky, it was just a bare sliver of moon. And it's just the oddest thing. And yeah, he went back a couple of times to find it, and he found it a couple more times, but it was just every time he went there, the moon was full no matter what. And I just thought that was an amazing thing, and that it was maybe some sign that there was still hope for this world.
Did he chart where he went?
Hold on. She goes over to like a bunch of belongings, and you can see, like, she opens up like a rough sack, and you can see what appears to be inside. It looks like something like Prague's clothes, and she like goes through it and like pulls out like a journal. These are from all of his sailing. There might be something in there.
Thank you. I look around. You said this was like a really beaten up shape?
Yeah. So when you guys got here, remember, like, it looked like you could tell like how long things had been abandoned.
Yeah.
The closer to the water they were, as the lighthouse failed more and more, and the undead gained more and more ground. This is much closer to the water, so it's pretty beat up, pretty neglected.
Is there anything here that I could like mend to make it
A little
nicer?
more stable. Yeah, yeah, you could do that.
I'll do that.
Okay. Yeah, she watches you do that for a moment, kind of like stunned, even like that you're able to do that. Can I ask you something?
Of course.
Do you think his death is going to be in vain?
I will ensure that it's not. And I, seem pretty determined.
Okay. Thank you.
It's one of my biggest regrets that he fell. I should have been more prepared. If there's ever a boon I can provide you, simply ask.
Thank you.
I leave.
All right. Over on the boat. You guys begin the row across. Now you guys have one of the bigger boats now, not your little rafts, but like one of the Dragon Master ships.
Right.
Or actually, with the people you probably have one of their boats.
Mm-hmm.
Took
Yeah,
one of their
one of the
sailing,
long
one of their
boats.
rowing boats.
Yeah.
Probably faster.
Yep, to head over. And yeah, you guys, get the crew going right away, and you have, like I said, you have Vade and Fram with you as well, and Grombach. And yeah, you guys begin the voyage over. The day is a little windier than you've had here so far, but with the rowing, you have to fight against a little bit here and there, but you guys get across pretty well. You can even the distance you guys have to travel. Like when you look back, you can still see the landmass and kind of the little tiny lighthouse on top of it. You guys get across there, and yeah, it's exactly as you remember it. There's docks here. Other boats are docked up here as well. And in fact, as you guys are getting off, like the people who are getting off are like looking at the other boats and kind of like talking about them, going over, checking them out. A little bit of distraction.
Smoke Master 15,000.
But yeah, they're looking for you guys to lead though. They're looking around at this jungle and this overgrown city, and
I start
can
up
too.
the path towards
Yeah.
the temple.
It's easy to find because there's signs that say Temple of the Gods leading up, and then you get halfway up and there's a sign that says
Boulder.
To the
Did you
dark
write
point.
those?
It says
Yes,
Temple
I
of the
did.
Gods. It's crossed
Read it all
off.
night.
are they all in Elvish though? So
No.
you can read them.
Common
Thank goodness.
And there's
Beautiful
a
handwriting
picture
though.
of
Beautiful
the
handwriting.
temple.
Okay. Okay.
Can't read, follow the signs.
If you think you can salvage those boats, that would probably be great.
I think we could use them. Yeah. Yeah. Vade's like, yeah, I think, Vade
like-
seemed like one of the more capable shipwrights they had.
Face
Well, he was
like
the older.
bolts.
He was like the older pirate, right?
Yeah.
So he knows what.
Yeah, he was like the elder to Praic, but like never had the influence that Praic had. Didn't have the raw charisma that Praic had to bring people together.
Well, we will also show you where farms are and where you can harvest things for food. There's also a large pile of silver that we may need to take all the way back as well.
You don't have to take the whole pile of silver back.
Coins,
You do.
money.
So as you guys, you say that, and they look at you just like, what?
It will be important in the future.
You're
So-
gonna melt it into stuff. I say, just enthusiastic.
So yeah, you guys go and like you show them the farms and stuff as you're working your way up towards the temple, kind of like, okay, here's where like farms are. Here's where like the stored food already is. Here's where like there's weapons and things, here's a fully functioning smithy.
You have to stay another day.
And you take them up to the temple, and they're looking like, I mean, these people haven't seen buildings like this ever,
Right.
And so they're really in awe, especially of the temple when they go in, and like they go in and they kind of glance at the pile of silver coins, but it doesn't hold their attention at all. Like it's like, okay, that's weird, and then
Right.
kind of look around. They look at the thrones though. And you're there then.
Yep.
You sitting in your throne, or are you sitting somewhere
No,
else?
I'm not sitting in my
That would
throne.
be so great if
He's
you
just like,
were.
so
No.
guys.
And it just glows a little.
Yeah.
It's not my role. I'm a frolicker and free, and I have an agenda right now. So I get up from done and I grab a sheaf of paper and I say it's about time, and I hand papers out to all the leaders.
What's on?
I didn't quite get enough done though, so there's only 3 they'll have to share. Instructions on how to grow, instructions on all of the things that they need to do that, so we can leave.
No, I do not need a second source of income.
What?
Never mind.
Show up, you start giving out pamphlets.
Yep.
And then there's someone in the back that goes like this.
It's okay. It's a Coralon. You missed it.
I did a lot. We have a mission to go to. Where's Romulus?
Yeah, he summons
Paler?
you. Paylor.
Paylor.
summons.
Paylor.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can just call him Loper. 'cause
No.
I will very obviously laugh. Like,
I look
I've
at the
been busy.
leaders who are probably confused.
Yeah.
it's okay.
We recently came into some of our old memories and we found out that our names are slightly different. I personally have decided that I'm not going to go back to my old name for ease for the people. But some of us are insisting on using our prior names. But that was an old version of myself, and I'm new now.
Very well, very well. Are there any questions from...
They have this very overwhelmed look, the people who are here, but they're taking it in stride pretty well, all things considered.
Used to forage and farm on the island?
Yes.
It's just as simple here, and I believe there's a storehouse, there's a sign pointing to it down the way, and there's already some harvested food. It should at least get you through the week.
There's
We should be
also
back by
farm
then.
tools.
We've farmed before. Vade's like we farmed before. We know how to farm, but we appreciate the instructions. This will help others.
They're on it. I start walking down to the boat.
Let's go.
Do you need us to carry some of this silver back for you?
Not right away, but
I
I
have
do
like
grab
4
a sack
bags
of it.
for you sitting
Oh,
in
that's
my
good.
pouch.
That works.
I'll grab a
just-
larger bag.
My plan is to silver the weapons
Yeah.
on the boat. So that's all I need is that much.
Yeah. I'll help him. I'll grab as much as I can.
I don't think it should take a whole lot. I mean, rapier, I mean, it's like 2 silver pieces probably.
How does silver affect weapon in this edition? I haven't looked it up.
It just silvers them. I don't know
Maybe-
if it does a minus to damage or
I
anything.
think it does. It might do something negative to the weapon as well. 'Cause it does soften the weapon as well.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't touch my weapon.
Maybe you could coat like the wood spears. Just like dip the tips of the spears in and just.
Don't think your weapon would benefit from it anyway, being that it's already magical. But I'm not sure.
That's why I said maybe you shouldn't touch my right here. I stick
A couple
it with
people
the
with
white.
magic weapons already. Like everybody.
Everybody does.
You just
that.
plate them in silver is all. So
Okay.
the weapon's still intact.
Okay.
So in here it's silvered weapons, so
Yeah.
you just plate them.
Okay.
Does it do anything?
No, I mean it costs money, but anything
Looks
that's
pretty.
immune or resistant to non-magical weapons or are susceptible to silver weapons, blah 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 blah.
I think everybody here has a magic weapon.
Right, but there are some things that require silver and magic.
All right. So yeah, you guys get back down to the boat. You got your bags of silver, and begin the hour-long voyage back over. Winds are picking up still. Feels like a storm's probably coming in the next day or two. Maybe even tonight. You spend a little time looking through the journal.
Yeah. And, well, actually, first I have to go talk to the turtles.
Okay.
That was my other task. They were headed up when I was headed down, so I assume they're around the lighthouse.
Yep. You don't see them, so you're assuming they're probably in the lighthouse.
That kind of annoys me a little bit, but I go in.
Yeah, all 6 of them are in there. They're all sitting in like a circle, like right in the middle of the lighthouse, looking at each other. And looks like they're kind of meditating.
I noisily enter the
Okay.
lighthouse.
Walking up in your armor.
Yeah.
Clank, clank, clank.
Exactly.
The
So
sound of chain rattling.
Mm-hmm.
Troggle just kind of opens one eye and looks your direction.
I'm sorry to disturb your meditations.
Thank you.
What brings you to my lighthouse?
We were curious where monsters lived. Now that all the monsters have left our little rock, we decided to follow here and see their rock. And then we're going to go over to the bigger rock.
And what do you think?
This is very nice. It soothes my bones to sit in here.
Stay as long as you wish. And then I go down to Shimmer and give him instructions to not permit other people into the other rooms.
Okay.
You don't want to come back and find that the turtles have decided the garden is their new living space.
This is my lighthouse.
You're so greedy.
Are they going to go and visit the mainland and probably make little homes on our thrones?
There are 6 of them.
There's
There's 6 turtles. 6
The
thrones.
prophecy has been fulfilled.
That's fine. I don't mind a little God versus God war.
I mean, the
Spice
turtles sit on
things
the
up.
thrones and all of them glow, and we're like, whoa.
What are your names now?
Seeing a scene out of the Dark Crystal all of a sudden.
But yeah, as I do that, I'm like putting 2 and 2 together that we don't really need their assistance now. So it's like, whatever. I don't want to deal with them.
Okay. So yeah, you now do you go check out the journal then?
Yeah.
Okay. I knew there's something else there. You do. You find all kinds of sailing charts for areas all over the place, including mention of islands that seem to have other people, but that he didn't land on them because the people seemed savage and aggressive.
Okay.
But you know, Prick was a little bit paranoid too with everything going on.
Right.
But you do find reference in the very back, like there's several blank pages in the journal, and then there's an area in the back where he talks about you find like his initial like found this weird formation, but then like he dedicated in the back of his journal like finding it again and going back to it multiple times, and so it's very clearly charted out how to get there.
Okay. Do I remember having the power to influence where a soul resides?
How do you mean?
Like, did I have any dominion over the afterlife when I was divine?
Only your own followers.
Okay.
There is a god of the dead.
Okay. I'll deal with him later.
It's a girl.
Goddess of the dead. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, they-
Well, he
the
did
old-
say that.
Old
I did.
school
That was his
times it
mistake.
was not a girl. Narrow.
I know.
Yeah.
But no, this is a girl.
Raven Queen.
The Raven Queen. Yes.
Merlin.
Merlin. Merlin's a boy.
Merlin's a boy.
Have you lifted up the feathers to check?
Do you want to do that to the goddess of the dead?
So then, after I do that, my next task, I guess, would be to tell all the leaders that we're leaving and that
Okay,
they
well,
need
you gotta
to
wait
be
till
in
you get
charge.
back. So
Yeah.
right now you're looking
I
around.
understand, but I'm just kind of
Sure.
thinking out loud.
So you guys come sailing back as Palor comes down from the lighthouse, and or your living accommodations that were near that lighthouse where you were staying if you were reading the journal. And at this point, it's about 2:30 in the afternoon, judging by the sun. And yeah,
Let's sail
everyone,
away.
the whole party's back together for a moment here.
Did you show them all the resources they have access to now?
Yeah.
Good. I found the temple.
I didn't get off the boat.
Okay.
Well,
You're on the
I
wrong
found
Probably
boat.
not the boat you're taking.
Oh, I'm not taking that boat?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
probably not
Just kidding,
taking
then I
one of
get
the
off
rowing
the
boats.
I was about to say you can stay on that boat, but it's the wrong boat. As we walk away, and you're just sitting there like ready.
so are you here or not?
Which boat are we taking?
I point.
I'm
I'm
here. We're not taking this boat, then I'm not going to stand on it.
So I'm like, I found the temple. I'm like,
Awesome, let's go.
waiting for a reaction.
Where is it?
He puts his map out.
Okay. I show him the chart.
So he has like sailing charts and stuff. You can figure out roughly where it is.
Okay. Let me draw an X.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where it
Marks the
continues
spot.
to
God pirates.
benefit us even
Experts as
through
well.
the afterlife.
He was a good man. I believe the people are prepared to survive for 7 days.
You have all the potions too that Matt gave you.
Yep. They're just in a bag. I'm like, oh, shit.
Whoops, there goes one. Good thing you made that extra.
So are we ready
Yes.
to depart?
The boat is prepared.
I am so ready to take a nap, yes.
Yeah, these two are
Me
like
too.
kind of staggery a little bit at this point.
The ride back across the water, if it wasn't windy, would probably just be atrocious.
Start rowing.
Right? Oh, it's rocking.
Then we should inform the people what is occurring and leave.
Let's call a meeting.
Well, you have Fram and Vade and Grumbach standing like 15 feet from you right now because they just got off the boat.
Are those all of them basically head honchos now?
Yeah,
Right.
those are the guys you guys kind of put in charge. Mac was in charge while Fram was gone.
Right.
Right. So it's Fram. I'm sorry. You just
Fram's the
said Fram.
tiefling,
Yeah.
Vade the human, and Grumbach the dragonborn.
Okay.
Because no one likes halflings, they don't get a leader.
Well, we're taking the leader of the halflings with us.
We don't really have like a standout halfling. They're, for the most
No, you
part,
No,
they're
because they all died.
Yeah.
right. They did die, and for the most part, they're like trying to forage for food and do the
Although
halfling
now-
thing.
Did I think about it? Did he jump or was he pushed? Anyways, side note.
Both.
So these three, I'm like, we are going to find this temple and to restore the moon.
They all kind of look up at the sky when you say that. They can't really
Yeah.
see the moon during the day, but it's just kind of a. Yeah, Vade's like, honestly, if there's anybody else saying that, I'd be laughing right now. But you brought all of us back from the dead.
You will have to lead these people while we're gone.
We won't disappoint you.
You better not. Let's go.
I have somebody use the forge to start working on the weapons on the mainland.
Chug to the
while they
boat.
fix the other one.
So now you have to.
Repairing the weapons will be good.
Okay.
If you see that moon fix itself, or if a week goes by and it has not fixed itself, You should start to make defenses.
We'll have defenses regardless, but okay.
Heavy.
Well, I don't even know what to say to you. Good luck seems insufficient.
We'll need it.
I have all the luck we need.
Be careful on the mainland. There are many tunnels that dragon masters hid in.
Okay.
Bring the security with you when you travel.
Grombach just kind of like, Dragon
His
Masters. If there's any still about, we'll hunt them down.
Talk to Mac.
It's like fox hunting for them.
He may know how to brew something to collapse those tunnels or fill them with fire, I'm guessing.
Let him
Yeah,
sleep
Fram's
first.
like, he's resting now, but we'll pick his brain on things. He's clever.
I know. I wish I had time to talk to him before I left.
I head down to the boat.
Okay.
I feel like they are plenty prepared. I give them one of these numbers. and
Yeah,
then-
Vade goes to like kind of give you like the warrior handshake, you know, like grabbing your wrist,
Mhm.
and Fram sees that and then does the same thing. So does Grombach and anybody else who's still there. They'll, it's safe sailing and return soon.
Be safe here.
You guys get on your boat.
On a boat.
It's boat time.
No, I find another way to stop.
I guess
Lorik's
fireball.
head explodes.
Well, there goes the boat. You gotta get another boat. And your food, and your potions, and the journal, and your map. Yeah, you guys get the boat going right away, and
That wouldn't happen. He's not on the boat. That's why I cast fireball.
who's not?
Because he's finding another way to stall.
Oh. So you're casting fireball on him.
Yes.
Who has
Who has the journal?
the journal?
I have
And
the
the
map.
oceans.
It's marked. I put an X on the map, remember?
He planned this minutes ago.
I just climb up the side of the boat without like any rope or whatever because I can now.
Right?
And I think it's funny.
You just jump over and grab onto the side and then climb up the
They're just
side.
teasing now. They'll roll good.
Just to see the look on people's
Right.
faces, I turn and look.
Historically.
It was faster.
A lot of eye rolling.
See, we have something in common.
We have much in common.
I was pointing at the halfling.
So you guys taking any globes with you?
Probably oughta.
We should probably take the big
What?
globe.
You
No,
guys
it's
taking
being
any
serious.
globes with you?
I'm taking the master globe.
Yeah, but we don't want to charge that.
I didn't say I was charging it.
He's gonna
Yes,
put
we're
it down
taking
in the
4.
bottom.
Taking 4?
Unless this boat is bigger than our previous rickety boat that we had in the very beginning, then we'll take however many we need.
No, if you commandeer one of their boats, it has 6 on it.
Right.
Right.
That works.
It's 4 and then 2 spares in case somebody.
Yeah, the master
Fumbles it.
does come with us, but we probably won't recharge it.
Okay.
Unless you want to talk to it.
Very, very similar layout to your first boat that sunk.
This one's nice and clean though, because I did that. You're welcome. And there's supplies in it.
Did you name it? Did you write a name on the boat?
I etched Bodie on the side.
Bodie boat.
Bodie McShipperson.
This is the best name I've ever seen for a
It's gonna
boat.
be a long journey.
I do my best to learn fly. In my book, I spent hours trying to learn it.
I'm sorry, but
Hours.
Coralon, you'll never be fly.
I try harder.
I wasn't going to give you a roll, but I'm starting to consider it.
Yeah. I'm pouring through the Book of the Fays or anything we got going.
Do you know silence yet? Could you?
I think I do.
I've got sleep.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna do in
That's
about
what-
10 seconds.
Oh yeah,
That's what I'm doing right
Zero
now.
effects.
Like,
yeah.
we launch, I'm like,
I'm gonna cast sleep on us.
So you guys take off. I mean, the winds are favorable for you going because the stronger winds are coming in and it's taking you the way you need to go right now.
Yeah, that's the
Awesome.
part that I'm uncomfortable with.
It's sailing. You can still go. It's just not as fast.
Right. And yeah, you guys head out. It's probably about 3 in the afternoon when you leave the island, and so just steady winds blowing. It's not, and it's warm winds. It's not uncomfortable. It's not cold or anything, but it is steady, and which does anybody who is familiar with the weather knows that this means that a turn of weather is coming, that storms are coming, and you can see clouds rolling in on the horizon as well that are rapidly catching up with you. But yeah, you head out, and the hours start to roll by once you get the ship where you need it and all the sails set where you need, and you do a fine job once again of manning the helm and steering this thing. Will you two go below deck to get some sleep?
I help with like the mast and tying things down and all that other
Climbing all over the place like a spider monkey because you can.
Because I can, but that's super helpful on a boat.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm doing all the really helpful things that Lord rolls his eyes at me for.
Cloak of the spider monkey.
Way better than Cloak of the Bad.
What are you doing, Coraline?
Frantically trying to
learn fly.
learn flying.
I know it's coming next level. And so the skies darken before the sun goes down.
Mm-hmm.
And you can hear the crack of thunder off in the distance as well as a storm is rolling in.
As the skies get dark, I hang the dragon gloves.
Okay.
I thought they were always hang, because that's how they charge.
Yeah, there's hooks out. You guys can put them on.
Right. I take them from like their little charging spot in the inner part, or the like.
Gonna try to get them on the post where they go to keep the undead at bay.
Correct.
Okay, I see.
And yeah, it starts raining, and it goes from like it gets really dark to just wind, torrential downpour. Like there's no like, oh, a little smattering of rain. No, it's just like the sheets of rain come down. You watch it approaching you, and so you're braced for it when it hits, and it starts rocking the boat pretty good too. Like the wind picks up a little more when the sheets of rain hit, and it jostles the two of you awake. But I'm,
Guys.
but you've had enough sleep that you're not exhausted. And I don't think you guys have used anything that you're worried about at this point. No. So, but yeah, you wake up and the boat's tossing pretty good enough that you're like
Concerned.
Enough concern to go see what's going on.
Right.
So just to note, when I hang the dragon gloves, I have rope that's actually tying them to a different part of the boat. So if they came loose, they go on. They're caught on a rope.
Okay. Let's see if I can bobber or lure behind you. I would like you to make a perception check.
Perceive well.
That's not too bad. Um, 15.
Okay. So as you're tying the one on the back of the boat, you look back and you see just a dorsal fin above the water kind of following.
Lober, we have the fish men.
Doesn't look like a fish, man. It looks like
A shark?
A shark?
a shark.
Oh, we have a shark.
Like a big shark. Like you eat a halfling on one bite shark.
Like
It's not
chomp
that big
meat.
of a shark.
Actually,
We're in a big boat. We're okay.
That wasn't like a tiger shark.
well, yeah, but
Catfish.
sometimes they're not always
Catfish.
sharks. Sometimes they're like part shark, part fin, and they tear apart my boat.
Ooh.
We're gonna go halfling noodling.
So yeah, you hear her yell up. Shark.
Well, shark, question mark, shark man? Question mark. Because the shark men had like weird,
They
like,
do have.
and then a fin.
They do.
Okay.
I'll go
And
take
then-
a look at it too. Just I'm curious to see what
If
it
it gets
is.
too close, shoot it.
I point at it, I tell
You
you,
see-
watch this, and I go and I hang the other one in the front.
Okay.
That's
Keep an eye on it.
It's a shark. It's
Yeah.
following you.
Cool. It's a pretty
It
fish.
just looks like a regular shark, though,
Cool.
from what we can see.
Go ahead and make a perception roll.
Okay.
And like you see the fin, like it comes up, but then it like goes back down a ways, but you can still see the shark form
Why
The
is it
shadow.
following us?
underwater.
17.
So yeah, you look and you see that there's other shapes with it underwater. Like maybe a school of them. It's hard to tell. Like maybe they're deeper down, or maybe this is like the alpha shark and there's smaller ones with it.
Hey, Coralon, come here. I need you to see something. I wouldn't call you over if I didn't find this odd, but these sharks here, there's other things swimming with it, and I'm not sure if it's other sharks or something more sinister. Is there anything in your repertoire of spells that can...
And they're
can discern
slowly
this.
getting closer to the boat. Like they're swimming faster than you're sailing right
Okay.
now.
Is there... That seems odd. Something's amiss.
You can make a perception check if you like.
$18.
You only have a +1. Okay.
Right? It's wisdom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he points out
Oh,
like
wait.
yeah, it is.
No,
wisdom.
it's
Are you
21.
trained? Okay.
It's 21.
There we go. There we go. So
Check it out.
I see it.
So yeah, so he points out these shapes in the water. You definitely see the shark, and then you see what appears to maybe be other smaller shark with it, or maybe they're deeper down, until like one, like you see like arms come up and it just pushes through. And yeah, there's about a half a dozen other swimmers down there, maybe a little bit more. And then like you notice a couple of them look more like octopi almost. Like you see like the tentacles and how they swim and just propelling themselves over, but the main body's bigger. And it looks like they only have 4 tentacles instead of 8. They're a little deeper, a little murkier, a little odd, just kind of odd shaped. For a moment you think they look almost like the other swimmers, but then the tentacles come out again.
Can the boat go faster?
You're struggling to maintain the boat from not, sinking at this point.
Trying not to have it sink, and you're telling me to go faster?
I just asked if it could. I wasn't telling you to do
After I
anything.
tied the last lamp, because I think I had one left after I noticed the creepy shark.
Yeah, you got the last one on.
And it's tied to the boat. I try to assist Lober while I'm having Amba keep an eye on the.
I'm going to call out to Moradin while she's doing that too.
Okay.
Just show him.
Okay, so you guys come over, and like as you're coming over, like the shapes go under the boat.
Oh, I don't like that.
What?
I think we have some more of our fish friends, and a little bit different ones as well, coming up. They just went underneath the boat, so keep your eyes peeled, and I'm going to say it loud enough for everybody to hear.
Okay.
Shield hammer.
Prepare yourselves.
Okay.
Last time they tore apart my boat.
Last time they did tear apart our boat. It's true.
I
So
let out a little cry when I said
as she says that, like suddenly you see like the scaly hands and webbed fingers come up, and these
I chop him with my sword.
nice.
whack-a-mole.
Oh, yes.
I don't know.
And as these the same
I
shark
mean, we're
men-
prepping to watch, so I chop them with my sword before they put their heads over the bow.
It's not right where you're standing. You were at the back. They're coming
Fine.
from the sides.
I'm pretty quick, though. I'm an elf.
Can you fly?
I stab him.
With his sword.
That's when the shark men look at you and are like, bro.
Forget fly. That was a better play.
He jumped out. Bro.
And you have three of the shark men come out on either side of the boat. same shark grins, lots of pointy teeth, teeth-filled maws, dark black eyes, and then looks like with them are just humans crawling out, but they seem like a little hunched over and kind of like barnacle crusted, but they look human. But as they get out, like as they hunch over more, like what you take at first almost looks like a purple bandana tied around their heads. Looks like more like flesh, and it moves a little bit, and tentacles like kind of roll out over their shoulders, and like octopus type tentacles like roll forward with them as well. And you see like 2 more hanging down their backs. And like the skin, like you get like the back of their head looks like an octopus, and like down presumably under their shirts that they are wearing as well.
These guys are creepy.
And then at the very front of your ship, 1 more of these shark people crawl out, but this one is decorated in fetishes and shells, and just like little things like shells carved to look like people, or they have like large shark teeth and just bedecked in all these different ornaments.
Excuse me, but this is a private boat? This is not a ferry service.
Need a taller boat.
And as you say that, we will roll initiative.
Of course.
Bonus apply to your
Just the one time. I'm like, oh, sorry about that.
We all know that wasn't
Oh,
happening.
private boat.
Oh,
Our bad. We'll leave.
I mean, I didn't shoot them with an arrow or jump off the thing and splash them through the eye.
if you did, there'd be one less up here. That's what I'm saying.
I was trying the pacifism. It's weird.
Yeah, how's that
All right.
work out?
I don't like
Paylor, what is your initiative?
19.
Woo!
Did you roll a nat 20?
it. So mine is a...
That's like your first die roll with your new name. Look at how that worked.
Whoa! What? Ridiculous.
22.
It's just my dice misleading me.
Call you Ava now.
Huh?
Avandra. I'm just dropping the D off your name. You're Ava.
No, that sounds like ovulation, and that's not what I want.
Wow,
Sounds
that
like
was a
avocado.
stretch,
right
but
where somewhere.
I think avocado. See.
oh,
I was thinking like guava. But
Guava. Yeah, we're just gonna stick with Dava.
I was thinking like
All right, Moradin.
I already rolled a 3, but I just, since you said my name, I wanted to see if it doesn't work for me. I mean, I rolled high, but I didn't get a nat 20 like Paylor.
So what's your total?
3.
3.
Yeah, I'm sticking with my original roll. I just wanted to
3
try out the dice.
for more.
11.
11 for Bobs. I abbreviate names.
Yeah.
16.
The sheep guy?
Sean.
All right, let me roll up some bad guys and add them here, and then we'll see where all this goes. What's your initiative bonus?
Nothing.
What's your actual dex score?
10.
They beat you by 1.
Ooh, snap.
Dang tiebreaker. Yep. 11 dex. Jeez.
He has to go like 4 steps down.
Right.
What about this?
How
What-
long is
What's your
beard?
relationship
Are you
status?
proficient in stealth?
How many languages do you speak? All right, there we go. Got it.
Least.
Betty McFedderson. I'm really great at names.
How many coins are in your coin purse?
What did you roll?
I rolled
You
a
weigh
19
more.
plus 3 for my
You're slower.
initiative.
Okay, so Dava, you are first.
Shocking all of us. I mean, what?
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go with stick and put the pointy in for 500, Alex.
Okay, so you're gonna run up to one of these.
Well, I mean, I'm up right now, so I'm just gonna kind of jump down to shish kebab it
Okay,
as much as you can with a rapier.
okay. They haven't acted yet, so I believe you have surprise, so you have advantage on the roll. You get to roll 2 dice.
Nat 20. My lowest was an 18.
Oh my
goodness.
This is gonna be horrifying.
All right.
I'm aiming for his eye. The idea is to go through the eye.
Okay, so you come down on one of these shark men and roll your damage.
So what's that?
Double the dice, right?
I'm gonna
Is
need
that
some
gonna be-
dice.
8d6s?
Yes, 8d6.
I'm gonna need some dice.
What do you got?
That brings me to 5d6s.
That brings her to 7. She needs one more. There you go.
Then
Plus 5, I
rapier.
believe.
D8, isn't it? The rapier.
Is it d8s on a rapier?
I thought so.
Oh, she might have rolled one.
Oh, 2 of those should be d8.
She might want to keep her roll, though. We'll see what...
Yeah.
I mean, so here we'll go this way. So there's 10, 20, 6, plus my proficiency bonus, which is what?
No. That's your dex.
Oh yeah, plus my dex, which is this one here, 5.
So yes,
So 30.
she jumps down and just like it looks up and you just see the entire blade disappear into its eye,
Hmm.
and then she pulls the blade out. Its ruins are a little bit glowing because you have a magic sword, and drop to the ground, and its body falls down into the deck loudly.
And then so they're on the
On
side,
either side, yep.
and I've got people in the back, and like.
Basically, your whole crew's in the back, yeah.
Okay. And then I just kind of like go backwards back to where like the main like entry point of like the base is and stuff. So just kind of further away. So
Just use your
just to kind of
bonus
disengage.
action to disengage and...
Right, kind of towards where the rest of my group is to try to ensure
Okay.
that they know that we are not to be trifled with.
Okay. Paylor.
Thank you, sir.
Beautiful.
Those are so cool.
I'll start glowing in light
metal.
forms in my hand. And I'll say, you should not have come here. And I'm
Right,
going
you
to
were told
throw
to
a
look so
guided
pretty.
bolt at the head honcho.
Okay.
I really like this.
Ooh,
You can go ahead and make
It
your
looks like
roll.
he has guts.
right?
It's an attack roll, right?
Yeah.
That's cool. So you can see down to the fat of it.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. It goes long. Right by him.
You throw the perfect throw, and the ship just happens to rock right then. And yeah, you throw wild,
Yeah.
and it like shoots over this thing's head, and it looks back and smiles that sharky grin.
Mm-hmm.
Gorlon.
So where is everybody? She stabbed the one
Yeah, I
that came
splashed.
from the back.
No, she. So, I don't really have a great representation here, but your boat is here. You guys are at the back of the boat where he was steering.
was
She was
up
up here. She
here?
came down, stabbed one here, and then came back to the group. You have groups on either side, and then the head one with all the weird seashells and everything and shark teeth.
How far is
Should've
that
aimed
head
for
one?
him.
About 35 feet.
35 feet away.
That's about the length of this boat. So,
He's 35 feet away.
yeah, 30, 35 feet.
Don't
It is your
burn
turn.
my
What would you like to do?
You don't want me to fireball him, huh?
No, I do not want you to light your boat on fire.
Let's get them all though.
But it's raining. Torrential rain.
Yeah, I would like to not drown in the middle of the ocean.
I'll scorch him.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Let's crown a madness the leader.
Okay.
Oh, you like you're thinking, Corlon. Crown of Corlon. Madness.
That was a decent roll, though.
That's because I'm not actually rolling.
You dropped.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the save mod?
15.
It's cock time. All right, it works.
That's awesome.
Take it.
All right, anything else you're gonna do?
That's all I can do.
So it's
That takes a full
it's that
turn.
creature's turn. What do you direct it to do?
I have it command its followers to.
What can you have it do? How about that? Let's go to that.
Oh no, that's what I'm not with Crown of Madness. I attack the one on the left. So there's 3 little dudes here.
3 on either
Used to
side.
Well, now there's
Well.
2 on one.
because
It's
Dama
3 on
took one
another.
out.
Not including the octopi guys, right?
No, that was included. Though.
Yeah, I think it's
Oh.
them.
I thought there was 6.
So we'll have him
guys,
attack one of the dudes on the side with 2.
Okay. So it runs up, walks up over there,
Mhm.
and attacks one of its minions.
Mm-hmm.
Does it get surprised or anything? Because
Pack tactics.
It's kind of snarling, and as it comes
Okay.
up, it looks hostile.
What's coming from behind? Backstab.
Oh
it's not
yeah.
And comes up and hits with a claw, like the other one, like the thing, like realize what's going on, like ducks out of the way from the other one, and then tries to bite him too.
Should I kill everything?
And then it gets to
Fight
save at
for
the
us.
it gets to save at the end of its turn then to get rid of your spell, correct?
Yep.
Oh,
All
we'll see.
right,
We'll
so
did it hit the thing?
yeah, twice. Once with the claw, once with the bite. That's 3 attacks.
Still alive?
Yeah.
Oh.
Remember, these creatures are pretty rough.
Yep.
Well, I figured this was the big guy. Should be able to deal with his own minions, but I guess not.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's not a
Um,
Dava.
and then saving throw. Seems to shake off the effect. Bahamut.
Okay, I'm taking down the leader. So I'm gonna pull out my maul
Yep.
and just run as fast as I can towards the leader
Okay.
and kind of make a spinning slash.
Fireball.
Okay.
And I get 2 attacks now that I'm 5th level.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot, son.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Double force.
So
11
That's
and 11.
awesome.
so you run up.
Oh, man.
That's gotta count for something. I rolled double.
Yeah, it does. It looks really bad.
Yeah.
You
Both
run up,
times.
and it's the same thing. Like this is all kind of happening roughly the same time, So like the ship's righting itself from when it bucked Palor up, and yeah, you like swing, and you're like gonna just directly connect, and then everything shifts, and you're like woof right over its head, and then like it starts coming back down, and you're like get the backswing, and then it jerks back up again, and you just sitting, and the thing just stands there looking at you the whole time, like.
Huh.
That was my warning 2 shots.
And then it's just like kind of like cuffs the one that it just attacked, and its language says something. It apparently amounts to "get them," because that one immediately attacks you.
Okay. Wow.
I like how he's like, "Arr, oh, get him."
They're
No.
green.
Nope, I've got to do it. My dice can do
And
it.
that's the color of luck.
I believe in
It's green.
second chances for my dice even. So I keep using them. And I haven't like smashed them with a bowling ball.
So these
I'm gonna get
these
you
ones
a
that come
judgment
up,
for
they
your
have
dice.
spears, and so it tries to stab at you with a spear.
Okay.
Sure, right there. And we will get a 17.
Hit.
And then it will attempt. Oh, let me roll that. Sorry.
It's like we're first level again.
I know. Yeah.
What's
Oh.
going on?
Okay. So yeah, it's gripping a spear with both hands, and hits you for 3 whole damage.
No, man down.
And then it tries to bite you.
The fighting.
And like when it does that stab and like it pulls the spear out, it's like a grazing. It's not even like a piercing into you. It's like it grazes your arm and comes back, but it sees the blood, and like its eyes just go completely black, and like it's kind of,
Darn sharks.
and then it tries to bite you with advantage.
Dun, dun.
Land sharks. But it ends up just chewing on your arm, like it bites onto your shoulder, like your shoulder pad that's there. Like, I mean, you kind of turn your shoulder to like get the armor out of the way, but it's like biting at your armor and trying to like rip it off.
Can I bite onto his shoulder pad
On your
too?
turn, you can.
This biting circle.
So
They call it a vicious circle.
its buddy with the spear though is going to run up to where you guys are.
Yeah.
And there's 4 of you there. You killed its buddy, though, and you dropped and got back. She's there, too.
Oh, okay.
And he actually runs up to you. He's going to try to spear you. This is just from the 2 survivors on that side.
So the other side hasn't gone.
Hasn't gone yet. Yeah, they're the same initiative. I just haven't used them yet.
Got it.
So he comes up, tries to spear you, and misses.
Okay.
Yeah, misses. Like the boat's rocking, and he just like misses horribly, but he still tries to bite you regardless.
Good.
Oh yeah, it's rude. 21.
Ouch.
So he bends over really low
Super low.
and takes a bite out of you for 5 damage.
Ow.
Oof.
I'm gonna kill it next.
That was not nice.
And then the other 3 come running over. One's going to stop and fight her, though. One's going to run up and attack you, and one's going to run up. I'll dice off the 2 of you. You threw a bolt. No, you were mind control, so they're not going after you just yet. The other one goes after you. So the first one with a spear running at Dava, who is now bleeding. But he will miss with a 13 with his spear. And we'll hit with... I rolled double 18s. I get something cool for that?
Mm-hmm.
I do. I bid her. That's what I get cool.
Donna doesn't like
For 5 more damage.
Hey, do these shark guys have tails?
Yeah.
Are you trying to get the rage?
Wow.
No.
All right. So the one on you comes up and attempts to spear you. Yeah, you got your shield.
Ting.
And you deflect it. Like, you deflect it so well, the spear goes flying out of his hands and goes overboard.
I smile.
No ways, dude.
He bites your face.
Well, he tries to.
He bites your smile.
20.
Oh.
Not Nat.
Shield.
He
It's my
tries,
face.
he tries to bite your face.
He goes down to bite your face, and you're like, whoa! And you quickly like make a gesture, and a magical shield goes up and stops him from biting your face.
Ah.
I get the close up, like.
Yeah.
Those are some teeth.
Just stinky.
That was pretty funny. And then the one on you comes running up with a spear, stabs at you. 16. Block it aside.
Yeah.
And then he lunges it and tries to bite at you. And yeah, does the same kind of thing. Like grabs onto your chainmail and like pulls back on it for a minute and then like lets go. But yeah, tries to bite through, but doesn't manage to get through your armor. There's a thump under your boat. It's just like something kind of bumping against it hard.
That's why I missed.
And then the Octopi brothers are gonna go.
They're brothers?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's their family reunion. It's on this ship tonight.
No, this is a private boat, not a
Nobody
ferry.
told me. Would have brought some cake.
So the one next to you, like just barehanded, like tries to slap. And you can see like there's like all kinds of like barnacle looking growths on their hands. So it looks like it's just hard and chitteny. And tries to swing at you.
They're the Super Calamario brothers.
I take it back. I'll go for the dwarf.
Oh my
Now he gets plus 18 to hit. Weird.
Production cuts your mic and they're like, the people don't need to hear this.
I know one misses, but does a 23 hit?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, good.
Oh, I thought they were all attacking.
I'm directing my ire at you now because you're sitting next to him and you encouraged him.
I'm okay with that. It was worth it.
Take 5 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
So is the hit. The other one misses terribly, and then the tentacles reach out.
Okay.
Gross.
I'm assuming a 13 misses.
Yes.
So they're just like trying to wrap around you and bring you in closer to a nice loving embrace, but they fail to do so. The other one walks up to you.
Why?
Because where you came down and you came back to your group, but you didn't have quite enough movement. The boat's big enough to get behind everybody.
So what you're saying is you're targeting me before I disappear.
Yeah. I got you, don't worry. Starts playing play slappy face with those nice barnacly hands.
Gross.
23 on one attack.
Yep, that's gonna definitely hit.
The other one's going to miss with an 11.
Slap fight.
And he's going to hit you for 5 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, of course. Because why wouldn't he?
And then he brings out the tentacles and tries to grab you with them. 24.
Mm-hmm.
And then he continues his movement off the ship with Dava.
Did he enter any of our threatened areas?
Not where you guys are at. She was at the very front. So he walks over. It's like 15 feet because he's at the side of the boat. Grabs her and then goes off the edge of the boat. Where there is a held action waiting. From the shark that was bumping against the bottom of the boat.
Oh, I thought it was
I thought
attacking
that
the
was
boat.
his action.
No, he's just reminding you that he's there.
Great. Well, guys, it was nice knowing you.
You'll be fine. You got lots of hit points left.
Less than half.
So you're a quarter thing right now?
Production cut his mic.
16. Does that hit?
Yep. My cloak lets me climb things. It doesn't give me extra, defense.
13 damage.
Yeah, that hurts.
You still up?
Yeah.
Where are you at? You're fine. You got bit by a shark, though. That didn't feel good. And then it's Morden's turn.
Look, options.
You got one trying to, claw you now. Cause,
There's like several guys here, right?
yeah, because you're standing near him, and he's kind of like back behind you guys a little bit. And then there's 2 that don't have an opponent anymore. That are in between you and Bahamut.
So my hammer starts glowing green.
Okay.
They look at Baylor and like, you got Dava? All right. And I green flame blade a guy in front of me, then disperse all the green fire into the guy next to him.
Okay. So the guy that was attacking him.
Yeah. 25.
That will hit.
Okay. That guy takes
You do.
10 damage.
Oh, it's green flame blade. Do extra damage.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, but so since I'm 5th level, it does an extra D8 fire on my attack.
Nice.
And the guy next to him takes 3 fire.
Who hurt one earlier? Oh, that's right. She
Dava hurt one
She bit it. That's right.
really bad.
Yeah,
Well,
but
that one's not moving anymore.
Yeah, that one's fighting you right now.
I'm gonna action surge.
Okay. So you bring your hammer on and hit this thing, and like the flames go up and scorch its flesh a bit before jumping to the next one, and it kind of scorches him to a lesser degree.
Right.
But the one you hit is staggering a little bit.
Right. Yeah, and just yeah. Well, so cantrip takes the action.
Takes a bonus action.
Well, no, it just takes an action to. Part of the spell is you do a melee attack as the action.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
When I hit 7th level, though, I can get an attack as a bonus action when I cast cantrips.
Okay.
So, anyway, so action surge. Now I'm just doing 2 regular swings.
Okay.
So I'll just keep hammering his face in. 24
That'll hit.
for 8.
So you hit him again, and he kind of doubles over a little bit, like it's a nice abdomen shot, but he's not down. It kind of snarls like he's starting to come back up at you.
Nice. 17.
That'll hit.
Okay. And 11.
That caves his.
So I'm just like,
Yeah.
just go down, you stupid shark.
And it finally does.
Okay.
Finally does. Dava, it's your turn. You are currently being grappled underwater.
so is that Dex or Strength?
Isn't it whatever you choose?
I think you can use.
I'm gonna use
Either
Dex.
one.
I think you can use acrobatics to break free from the grapple.
And that counts
But
as a
that is your
saving throw,
action.
correct?
Could she still just poke it? Well, she doesn't have any friends nearby. Or
She doesn't have any friends nearby. It's a action. It's an acrobatics check.
Okay. 15.
Yeah, you break free from his grapple, I believe. Let me double check and make sure his DC isn't something stupid. I don't think it's that good though. Oh yeah, you get away from the tentacles. You can still move.
I climb up the boat because I have the spider climb.
Okay.
I pop up on the side of the boat.
Yeah, she comes back up, crawls over the side of the boat. I'll give you enough movement that you can get to Paylor if you want.
Sure.
Okay. And so she comes crawling out and running over. She's like bleeding bad at this point too. Looks like something big bit her.
Holy moly.
So that was Dava's turn. Paylor, it's your turn. You have one right in front of you that has been scorched.
Is there anything in between the two that she just fought and her now?
No.
Okay.
Oh, you got a move left. Did you want to position differently? You're kind of next to the one at him too, but you can kind of put yourself in between there and draw them in.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'd be trying to take all the heat off of him, and I could because I was anticipating him going over or something.
Okay.
Instead of getting towards where Paylor is, can I go down to the bottom of the boat? Like where the hall is?
Yeah, I'll let you get down this.
Okay, I go down the stairs
Midway
instead.
down the stairs, yeah.
Okay, so she runs downstairs.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. Then I look at the one that attacked me, smile, and I grab my mace, which immediately flares up, and I'm gonna smack him.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like an 18
That'll hit.
Splash him.
for 10.
Okay, so you bring your mace around and you slam right into the same side where he was scorched earlier, and it causes him to screech in pain and like clutch his side. Doesn't go down, but he definitely is reeling from the blow. Looks fairly hurt. Maybe broke or cracked some ribs in there too when you did that.
Then I'm going to walk out of his engagement and make sure I'm in between the deck and the door.
Well, if you walk out, you'll give him a free swing.
That's
You okay
fine.
with that? Okay.
But I'm interposing myself between me and her face, like between them.
You
and
can
her.
you can move around and keep him engaged and just be that so that if he tries to leave, you'll get a free swing otherwise.
If I'm that close, then fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Corlon.
My eyes go on fire. They don't glow. I want a copy. They go on fire and my hands light up, and I cast Scorching Ray.
At?
3rd level at the boss.
Okay.
Jeez.
Scorch that guy.
25,
That hits.
19 plus 5, 24,
That hits.
and 18.
That hits.
Jeez.
I get one more. That one isn't gonna. That's a 12.
That hits.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, your double fours, you had 11s. You missed by 1 on those.
Okay.
Where's redemption? Where's their second chance?
Sometimes you do not get a second chance.
What episode are we on? 13?
Yeah, I
I've
think
had
they've
12
had
chances.
Yeah. Thank you.
So when you crit with a spell, it's double dice?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah, what'd you crit with? You rolled that
Just
20?
one. I rolled one of them wasn't that 20.
You 10d6
He's
to
gonna
that
just
guy?
explode him.
This guy might be dead.
I hope so.
And melting.
No, he's
No,
not.
he's
melting.
not.
That was bad. My hit rolls were fantastic.
Wow. Didn't act on that was terrible.
13, 16, 23.
And how many dice?
That's only 12 below average.
That was a lot of d6. 10? 10 d6.
Okay. Well, you send these beams, and they're scorching this thing's flesh, and like it's reeling back.
It still hurt.
Yeah, it hurt. So it's gonna cast a spell.
Spells.
Feels like somebody's prepping some shark fin soup here. Is that what's going on?
It smells
It
delicious.
casts a spell, and a trident appears next to you.
Oh,
It's like that moment
Oh.
from Injustice where it's like,
Everybody who knows divine spells are like, "Uh-oh,
What's up, buddy?
I know this spell."
that was a bonus action. Spiritual weapon.
No, not when you cast it.
Really?
When you attack with it,
Mm-hmm.
is a bonus action.
That was a bonus
See
action
me.
to cast it. Maybe it's an action to cast and then like a bonus action. to
It's
attack.
an action to cast and a bonus action to attack.
That's right. That's right.
It's a
Then
divine
if it
caster
keeps
thing.
going, you can.
Right.
So it gets to attack with it when you're gonna cast it because
Yep.
it's a bonus
That's
action.
pretty sweet.
It is one of the cooler spells for cleric types. Range is
Oh,
60
no.
feet.
I cast counterspell.
Casting time is a
You have
bonus
spiritual
action.
weapon learned as a spell?
I have counterspell learned as a spell.
Oh,
It's a reaction. I didn't know that. I thought you dispelled stuff.
Yeah.
But
One
you have
reaction,
dispel
you
magic,
take
or-
it. No, I have counterspell.
Oh,
It's a
and
spell.
you know, as a spell in this. Cool.
Yeah.
It is a bonus action to cast.
Okay. I attempt to interrupt the process if the creature is casting a spell of 3rd level or lower. Oh, that would be a good question.
It is a second level spell.
Its spell fails and has no effect.
Just automatically goes off.
Well, it is a third. That's my last 3rd level spell slot, so
Dang.
Nice.
better be good.
Wow.
probably keeps you conscious.
Oh, if it's a 4th level spell or higher, then you make ability check opposing the
Right.
Enemy caster. The DC
Okay.
equals 10.
Well,
versus 4th level.
that was its bonus action to cast that spell.
Why did you
Huh?
have to look it up? You had to be ready.
Because you're a priest too.
So it goes frenzy on you. It just attacks you then with its
Okay.
action. You are hurt, right?
Yep.
All right. So it has advantage on all the attack rolls.
Okay.
That's ridiculous being able to cast that and then. All right.
Remember.
So it's bite.
When war priests hit
20?
the level, they're pretty
Yep.
scary.
It's first claw,
Good spell.
nat 20,
Okay.
and its last claw. Total of 16.
Hit.
Hit with everything?
Yep.
Do I have enough D4s?
Well, if you go over, you just
If I ever get
You
to
don't
start
get
like,
any more.
making armor and stuff, I will fix you first.
fix my armor, please.
15 damage altogether. This thing just tears into you like a shark on a feeding frenzy.
Weird.
With clawed little hands of creepiness.
Okay.
That was an awesome turn for that thing, I guess. And
Yeah.
that's your turn.
Okay. It's about to have another awesome turn. And I'm putting,
Are you going to roll fours again? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, maybe 5s this time. I hope.
Five
So
will hit.
I would almost picture having a shark friend.
attacking him with wolf.
Fingers.
Okay.
That'd be a
I want to
bad
put this
combo.
guy down.
Like, wasn't he missing fingers? and stuff?
Ooh. So 13 and 19.
Those will both hit.
Yes.
Oh, actually. Oh no, I cast it up.
Now the pain.
So that-
Yes, Mike.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna smite. That's right. Plus 2d8.
This thing has like 1 hit point left.
And I get to reroll 1s for my weapon. So that's gonna be 12.
Now
Was that
it'll
21? 26. 32.
Plus your strength bonuses.
Oh yeah. Plus 8 more, so 40.
It dissolves.
So you swing your maul around and you hit this thing and like it just like coughs blood out from the first hit, but you're not done. You're pretty sure it's dead and like it's going down, and you bring it up in a big two-handed swing as it doubles over, and you bring it down on its back with a bone cracking hit. and you hear its spine snap, and it falls lifeless to the ground.
I gave you a chance. I missed you twice. That was pure luck. Thanks, Avandava.
I think your dice watched the other dice get thrown away. And they were like, okay, I'm
I don't know.
do this.
This one didn't try very hard. A 6. He's
I
like,
mean, to be fair, it didn't have to.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so I got 4 of my 6 Sahugans still up.
Yeah.
Because you killed one and you killed one. You've hurt one that he hurt as well, and then one got hurt that's still fighting you.
Right.
So we're gonna go with that one first.
Okay.
So he tries to stab you with his spear. And
Okay,
he's in his
advantage.
blood frenzy. Yep. And
Hits.
hits, yes, with a 23 or 22.
Nice.
For 7 points of damage.
Okay.
And then he attempts to bite you again.
Okay.
15.
Miss.
It's still that tasty shoulder pad. It's just chewing on that thing still. Probably going to have Morden buff that out later. So the
Yeah.
shark teeth are getting some marks on it. But yeah, he doesn't get anything past
Little
that.
tooth comes out.
And then there's one on fighting you still.
Right.
And then he moved up to intercept the other 2. So he'll have those on him in a moment. So the one on you, are you hurt at the moment?
I am not.
Okay.
And when he goes to attack me, I put my hand out, and he's blinded, so he has disadvantage.
Okay. So he goes to stab you. And we'll take the 4. And so that is a 7 and misses. Or, sorry, an 8 and misses. And then he attempts to bite you still. He's just flailing about. You're so lucky. Will not use the 20. And he'll miss the 15. Doesn't get a save against it either, huh? It's just
No.
automatic.
You just get disadvantage.
That's burly.
Right.
And then the 2 on you. You're not hurt yet, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So the first one with the spear misses and attempts to bite you
Chew on my shield a little.
and misses. Doesn't even bite your shield. Like
Yeah.
you push back the spear so bad he goes to bite, but he's like far enough away from you that like it's just out in the middle of nowhere. His friend takes advantage of your distraction, however, to stab you in the side,
With my hammer.
but you get your shield there in time. And he tries to come over and bite you, and will not.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to trade armor?
No. You want to trade
It's a little
damage?
short.
Once
Actually,
again-
I'm kind of happy with my damage.
And like this sends like a shudder up your spine. You feel something bump and rub against the boat. Hold its action.
It's got to be a gigantic shark to move a 35-foot boat.
You feel it. Doesn't move the boat. You just
Okay.
feel the bump.
Oh,
Um,
Just being like,
And then you see one of the octopi brothers crawling up over the side of the boat where Dava just came up, and he like just it basically takes his turn to get up on the boat and look around, kind of take size where things are at. And then the other one that's near you is going after you. He's going to try to grapple you first. So the tentacles are still flailing around.
Okay.
But he will miss with that, so you're safe from being dragged overboard.
Cool. It'd be kind of hard for him to drag a giant dragonborn.
He's pretty strong.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's got an octopus growing out of his head.
That's weird, but
Yeah.
it doesn't make him strong.
And then he tries to beat you with his hands.
No, that's the part that I'm afraid of.
So one, like you see it coming, you dodge out of the way, and then you realize it was a ploy. As the other hand just
Uppercut.
and he does, like he comes in and you realize like he has these like really big, crusty, coral looking growths, and it's a nat 20.
Okay.
Comes up and just clocks you in the jaw.
Is that my second crit that I've taken?
I think so.
Yeah, it
This
is.
sounds like normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
You're the punching
for
bag still.
6 whole damage, I believe. Let me make sure I'm not. none of my marks are wrong.
no.
I mean, obviously, when you become like the big platinum,
I'm sorry, one more.
You're gonna be the punching
For
bag
7
still.
whole damage.
No. Maybe. We'll see.
I mean,
I mean, it's more damage than he can do normally on that attack. And then it is back to Morden's turn.
well, so we've shuffled down the line here. So we got the hurt guy, and we got an okay guy.
Yep, you got the hurt guy fighting him. You got 2 unhurt guys fighting you that you were blocking so that Dava doesn't get chased. You got one of the octopi brothers just crawled back over the edge. The other one playing patty cake with his face.
Sorry about that.
No, it's fine.
What do you do?
So to an unhurt one,
Mhm.
right, and then one that's next to the hurt one, I will
Yep.
use the green flame blade on him and go green again and
Is this roughly how our
splash a
boat
bunch of
looks?
fire on people.
Yeah, kind of.
Because the stairs are typically by the mast.
Mhm.
All that.
What'd you roll?
25.
Yeah, that hits.
They're not resistant to fire or anything, right? Okay, good. So he's gonna take 13.
Ooh, so you catch him good and it scorches him and he like kind of like has this like high pitched eel like shriek as he pushes away from it.
Smells tasty. No. And then the other guy, the hurt guy, is gonna take 7.
The under guy, yeah. So yeah, you scorch him as well and he's like shrieking as well and they're looking pretty angry at you.
I think I got these three's attention.
It's not like they can do much to you.
Well,
All right.
enough dice
It's
means
your
20's
turn.
coming somewhere.
Okay, so I'm halfway down the stairs.
Yep.
I drew a picture just
Yep.
for us because I needed the visual.
We are going to be introducing battle mats again soon. Don't worry. We're getting the setup.
Well, in the meantime, you have this lovely drawing.
Yes.
So since I'm in the stairs, where I tucked the stuff away was around this corner.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take a potion.
Okay.
I'm gonna drink one of the Mac potions.
That's 2d4 plus 2
Something like that.
healing potion. Woo! Good roll.
So 4 and 3 plus 2.
Yep.
Neat.
So 9 hit points back.
Yay! I need some hit points. And then, do I have enough of an action that I can get to the mast and climb up?
Yeah. I'll let you get up there.
I'm up on the mast.
Okay.
Hopefully, no one noticed.
Everyone's kind of preoccupied right now to notice you. Taylor.
I'm just gonna leave this here.
Raise my mace, and an explosion of light fills the boat.
Okay.
All the enemies get to make a Constitution DC 14 save to take half damage. Otherwise, they are going to take
What's the
2d10.
range?
30 feet.
Oh yeah, that'll hit all the bad guys. What spell is that?
That is me channeling.
Oh. It can affect normal things, not just.
Yes.
They're not undead. They're not fiends.
This is not my regular channel. This
Okay.
is my light channel.
Crazy.
So it probably does radiant, I'm assuming.
It does
so,
radiant damage.
So
yeah.
a lot of undead would really be affected by it too.
Yes.
All right. Roll
I
your
mean-
damage, and I'll start making saves for my bad guys.
It's shiny, so they probably have a hard time looking at it.
12.
Okay, so they take 12, or they take 6 on a successful save.
Correct. 14.
So
Constitution.
the one that's still fighting him, and what's the DC?
14.
14. All right.
If I
Okay.
ever have a
So
spell,
the
that
one
has a
still fighting
DC,
him,
they'll love me. DC 11.
like is blocked by you enough that it just gets glanced by it, but it does scorch its skin, and the skin peels back a little bit on parts. The one that you were fighting takes the full brunt, and like its skin just peels away, leaving charred bone and muscle as it falls dead to the deck.
Ooh, nice.
The one that you had just hit, yeah, same kind of like it gets hit and it starts to burn the flesh away, and this like cartilagey
Nice.
bone is left behind as it falls lifeless to the deck. The one that you scorched is burning, and it's like trying to shield itself, and its arms burn and blister as it takes your holy light, but it doesn't fall. It's like kind of like shielding behind its friend who dies, and it goes down. And then I of course have my other buddies there. Okay, their con's a little better. The one that's with the paladin takes the full brunt of it though, and he kind of shields himself a little bit. Like the tentacles like retreat back behind its back for a second, and he like kind of throws his arms up, and he starts getting some burns on him, but doesn't look like it's close to killing him or anything. And the other one fails too. So
Nice.
Also,
Awesome.
still alive because they were both unhurt, right?
yes, they were both unhurt.
So the light like fades back down to the point where you can see again. And if I can find that stupid spell.
What are you looking for?
I realized I wasn't far enough. That spell you just cast.
Spiritual weapon, it's right there. You can cast it as a bonus action, but you can't use it.
Because it also needs a bonus action.
Yes.
So yeah, when the light like shoots out and comes back, there's now 2 maces, one in my hand and one that's
One
floating.
floating in the air.
Yeah.
It can be within 60
Nice.
feet, so do you want to put it next to anybody?
Well, it gets to move 20 feet, so
Okay.
no, we'll just keep it by me.
Nice.
That's pretty awesome.
Are you sure, Bodhi?
Very
Corey, you're
Pale-y
up.
thing.
What's left?
So there is one fighting him that's burnt. There's one fighting him that's burnt with the sharkmen each, and then there's the 2 octopus people still, and they're all hurt. They're all burnt.
Now I can fireball.
I've always been okay with
Fireball the shark underwater.
The shark's gonna swim away when we're done. I'm done with the shark.
I don't remember if
I
they've come out with rules
take.
for it
What
yet,
am I
but-
closest to?
The one left fighting the dwarf.
Alright, I go up and stab. That's gonna be 17.
That'll hit.
I got shanked by the wizard.
That's actually like the most
You
depressing
want
thing
D8
for
minus
us.
1
And D6.
and D6.
Yeah,
Oh,
my
because you
sword
can
does force
expend a charge.
damage.
That's right. You have to expend a charge to do that, but yes,
It says plus D6 force damage if it hits.
you have to spend a charge too.
That's no problem. I have 7 of those.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So he walks over and it just blasts this thing off its feet. Like he hits it because of the force damage, and it does. It just blasts this thing.
I did a flippy.
I just look at him like,
Yeah, everybody like turns. They're like, what?
look at my hammer.
You're like,
I'm like,
Bahamut, it's your turn.
start walking off through somebody else.
okay. Well, I'm gonna heal myself because I'm down to 5. I'm gonna use 15 of my lay on hands pool.
Okay.
It's not a bonus action when you summon it. It says when you cast a spell, it gets to make an attack.
Oh, does it?
So can I smack one of
Yeah.
the... Sorry to interrupt
It'd be,
you.
it'd
No,
be
no,
the,
that's
the
fine.
octopus guy would be the next closest guy, so we'd say it's
Yeah.
near him, and
Cool. Take him down.
18.
that'll hit. And it does D8, regardless of the
D8
weapon.
plus 3. So 5 for on that one.
Okay. So it hits him, but like he seems to like roll with the hit fairly well.
Sure. Sorry about that.
No
No,
worries.
you're good.
I mean, I would
Do
like
more
you to
damage,
do as much
please.
damage as possible.
All right.
So I healed myself for 15.
Yes.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to put shield on myself. Shield of faith
Okay.
on myself. So
So you're glowing with this nimbus of energy now after your wounds start to
Yep.
seal up. Nice, scales and flesh covering where they've been stabbing you and biting you
punching me
and
and,
punching you.
and dissing me. And
All right.
What
So
else?
the one shark man that's left is fighting you, right? So he goes after you, but you got your shield of faith on now, so you're AC 18 now, right?
18.
Are you still hurt?
Yeah, I am. I didn't use all of it. Even if I did, I couldn't.
Okay. So he goes to stab you with the spear, and we'll get a 20 total.
Okay,
Not,
hits.
not a nat. Not a nat 20.
Yay! Well, that's progress.
Stabs you for 9 damage.
Oh, man.
We'll just roll max right there.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then he tries to bite you.
Okay.
This hasn't been very successful in the past, though.
You had to say it.
Miss. No, the die was rolling to the 20 and hit the GM screen and bounced back.
Don't mess with the feng shui.
Bounced onto a 7.
Yes.
All right. And then you once again feel that bump bump reminder that something else is under the boat. And then the octopus guys. We're going to try to take you for a trip.
Okay.
The one fighting you brings the tentacles around again, misses terribly. And then he's Coming in at you, swinging in at you,
Punch.
like a rock star. Does an 11 hit?
No.
Does a 17 hit?
No, because I have my.
Your shield.
Shield
Your
of faith.
So yeah, that Nimbus of Energy deflects the blow at the last minute.
Let's correct that. My faith protected me. I was like, you can't hit me.
So the one you put the mace next to, like, you're there too, though. And it would be hilarious if I could pull you into the water if I could roll good. Yeah, we're gonna try to pull the dwarf into the water. So he's gonna go for you.
Dwarf's going under.
So he's going with the combo play first. He comes up and he's just flailing in at you. And just misses with both. You get your shield up to block one, the other one just swings wild, but then the tentacles come up and come around.
Okay.
I'm not feeling that die. I'm just waiting for the nat 20. You're like, shield all you want.
Right.
Don't care.
Right. That's how that works.
Misses. Same thing. It bounced off the screen. It was rolling to the 20 again.
It's a good screen.
I see whose side you're on screen. You're getting replaced next week.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Can I use
Your
that
turn.
Screen?
Yeah, you can roll your dice against it and it'll bounce off and roll worse.
I can't roll worse. Not much.
So since this guy has this thing about walking around, I flip the hammer around even though it's the same head on the other side. But this time it crackles with white lightning energy, and I give him some boom and blade.
Okay.
22?
That'll hit.
Is he resistant to thunder?
I don't know. Let's see.
I don't think he should be. He lives in the water.
Thunder.
He
Thunder.
is not.
Thunderbolt.
Oh, okay. So,
Woo!
look
You
at
have to drag
that
that out of my
right there.
distant memory.
So he takes 7,
Okay.
and if he moves before before
Oh.
my next turn, he's going to take 2d8 thunder.
Okay.
Ooh, yes.
So you hit him and charge him with that power, and he like looks down, like sees the lightning cropping around him, and doesn't seem very happy about that. But your hit knocks him back a little bit, but not terribly so. Your turn, Dava.
I'm going to use my short bow
Shooting some
Okay.
shield then.
because I can do that from the vast,
Yes.
away from the reaches of the others.
Yes.
Okay.
Who are you shooting at? They're both engaged in combat. There's
I'm
3 bad guys left that you see. There is a shark man and an octopus man on him, and an octopus man on.
going to shoot the octopus man on him.
Okay.
Got you, buddy.
Thanks.
Do you have any kind of precision shot stuff for ignoring the penalty for shooting in the combat?
What?
Don't hit me.
What'd you get?
Not enough. 9.
9 is not enough.
Did she hit me in the thigh?
No.
Per
No,
chance?
you have to roll low.
9's just in yours.
I think that would
So
just
an
be
arrow
funny.
sails through and thuds into the the side of the ship right next to you though.
I'm not worried. I've got complete faith.
Your turn.
So shark, octopus,
Yeah, both on him, both hurt.
octopus.
Yep.
Um,
And the
both
one
on
that
him?
he
They
the
should
one
both be hurt, shouldn't they?
yeah,
They
everyone's
are
hurt.
both hurt.
Oh,
and,
okay.
and the one on him is the one that you put your mace next to already.
The one on him?
Yep.
Okay.
Take it.
So that one will continue to fight him,
Okay.
and I will fight the octo.
So
Okay.
you'll go join the paladin. And
Yeah,
who are you swinging for first? Okay,
that one.
on the dwarf.
With the magic mace.
Okay.
Well, the spiritual mace. Well, it didn't know what it wanted, but it hit
Okay.
it right in the face. For 6.
So you crack it and like it's really like blood's pouring out of its mouth and nose. You might have even fractured its skull and it's like looking really dazed, but it's still on its feet.
Okay. And then the one on him.
Okay.
Natural 1.
I'm gonna have you make a dex save, and if you fail this, you're gonna slip off the side of the boat as you run over to help him.
Okay.
Dex save 10.
So you need
6.
Can I grab him?
Don't grab it. It's fine.
Yeah, you have your weapon in a two-handed grip. He
No,
comes
I'll
up-
just knock him back onto the boat. I'll expend one of my attacks
got you.
to keep him on the boat.
So yeah, you go like just running up, and the ship just turns just right, and you tumble off the side of the boat.
Fucking chips, man. They mess me up. That is night.
I have a held action.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Are
Can
you
I
hurt?
use a reaction on my own turn?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm blinding this thing.
Oh, as it comes up to bite you.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you hurt?
I'm not.
Okay, so it doesn't have advantage.
Oh,
But now it has disadvantage.
Yes. So you blind this thing, and it misses. Like it swims past you, biting,
Yeah.
and you're like, "That's a big shark."
How big are we talking?
It's about a 12-foot long shark.
Okay. And is it just an actual shark or is it a shark person?
It's a shark.
Okay. What kind do I know?
It's 12 foot. That could be a
The great white.
yeah, it could be a great white.
it's a shark
Right,
with
right.
big teeth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a
I
bull
mean-
shark.
Yeah, I mean a 12-foot great
So that
white
was your
is
turn.
huge.
Yeah.
Great whites.
Eventful.
Now it's on your turn.
I keep my sword out and I go after the shark guy on him.
Unless
Okay.
It's magical though.
So I,
Yeah, don't go for the octopus guy. You might end up in the water.
as I twirl it back and forth and slice. 20
That'll hit.
natural.
Nat,
Yeah,
he's spending a charge.
yeah, I am.
Yeah.
So
That's not as good. though.
4. You can roll it again. There you go.
8.
So 12. So 11 damage to that
I did
one.
more last time.
So he runs over and he does the same thing. He blasts this one, and its body goes hurling off into the sea there. And so like you notice the splash.
It was hurt.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You notice the splash, and when that happens, like the eyes on the shark as it goes by you like return to normal, and it turns into starts to swim off.
Oh.
As the
More shark
last shark man is killed.
I feel better now.
And it is Bahamut's turn. You have an octopus guy on you.
And he's the last one left?
No, there's one left over fighting him.
Okay. I'm pasting this guy.
Okay,
Do it.
I dare you.
Well, 22.
That'll
on
hit.
one of them. So, and I'm going to go ahead and expend a second level
He's
thing.
really gonna.
Annoyed.
This thing is going down. Wow. So that's going to be, what, 15, 21, 24, 27, 31.
That would have almost killed it had it not been hurt.
Right.
So yeah, you hit this thing and radiant energy pours into it and just blasts the body to pieces, basically.
Anybody hungry?
The last one sees his friend blown to pieces and like doesn't stop, think for a minute, and turns to run and then blows up. And electricity comes.
Yes.
It had 2 hit points left, so your spell's gonna kill it no matter what. And we will call it there. We've gone a little over time. We tried to stop usually around 9:30. It's pushing 10 right now, but hopefully that was an entertaining combat for people at home. I hope you guys had fun too. Ship
Oh,
battles,
yeah.
man. That's
Good.
just...
I got to use my sword.
Dude, that sword is awesome.
Hey,
man.
I'm
do you
supposed to.
do you feel more like a powerful character
I
now?
remember.
Hey,
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. You're unhurt. You,
I am unhurt,
You
but I
murdered
didn't
2
get
guys. You were throwing spells like a champ.
Yeah, you did more
Dude.
damage than Dada.
Yeah, you like laser beam that guy.
I'm supposed to be a sword guy.
Oh,
I read about that.
well, you lasered him.
You got the sword for him now.
Yeah, now I got a sword.
Awesome. Well, hey, thanks for tuning in. If you liked our show tonight, please make sure you're following us on Twitch TV, and you can go ahead and subscribe to us here as well. If you have Amazon Prime and you don't know it, your Twitch Prime account upgrades for free. Upgrades for free to Twitch Prime, and you can give out free subscriptions. Look for us on YouTube as well. And of course, chaoticnight.com has all of our social media information. We will be back next week for episode 14, figure out what happens after this battle and if they find the Temple of the Moon. But thanks again for tuning in tonight, guys. We'll see you next week.
P.S. If you use the Prime, make sure you do it on a browser or a computer. It is much easier than trying. Well, it's not possible to do it on the mobile version, so you'll need a browser.
Have a good night.
Bye.